Hello, everybody. I'm Jaret Reddick. And this is a podcast. Jaret Goes to the Movies. Hopefully you have seen or heard one of my many musical endeavors. And if you have, then you know how much I love movies. This is movie commentary with no movie knowledge. This podcast is me and my friend Rich talking about movies that we like. But my name's on it because I'm famous. This is Jaret Goes to the Movies. Still. Okay, we're starting now.
Listen to this. Expect this stagnation to continue until the Department of Agriculture's January crop report. Exactly as we thought, Randolph.
Wrong. Quite wrong. Untrue. They've given this genetics fellow the Nobel Prize. A man doesn't know the first thing about human nature.
Randolph, we're about to make millions of dollars in frozen orange juice, and you're talking to me about human nature.
Money isn't everything, Mortimer.
Oh, grow up.
Mother always said you were greedy.
She meant it as a compliment.
Nice edit. Hey everybody, my name is Jaret. Say podcast. I like the music when I talk. I love this.
I tried to hook you up.
Why can't I just have that all the time?
You do.
Oh, I like that. I just don't know how to edit it myself.
He doesn't remember the podcast.
You usually waste most of the music talking about how you like talking over music, and then it dies down.
Oh yeah. Is that really a thing?
Yes.
All right, guys. Hey, welcome to the show. Welcome to the program. This will be our last podcast. If you're listening to this,
Yes.
this is the last
Ever.
podcast of the year.
Yeah.
This is the last show.
So this is the last show of 2017 if you're listening to this. If you're watching us right now, we still have another one next week.
Right.
By the way, so we're streaming these now, and I have done a wonderful job on the studio.
You're missing out if you're not watching the video.
If you're not watching these,
Yeah.
and the way to watch it is hang out with us on Friday nights. Next
Or-
week, or whenever we say.
No, or be a Patreon supporter.
Or be a Patreon supporter, and they can watch this anytime, right?
Yep.
And you get to see us.
Yeah.
And, I mean, there's a fucking purple light behind me. Do you know what I mean? It is unbelievable.
You've never
and
seen
my hair,
purple lights before.
My hair is fucking killing it tonight, by the way. Like, here's the thing, this is an actual conversation that happened with my wife about a week and a half ago. I go, hey, I'm going to be in the Nutcracker on Sunday, so I want to get a haircut so that my hair sticks up really good. And she was on her phone, and I was driving, and she didn't say anything. And so then I go, or I could just wash it the day before and put product in it and look really good the next day. And she goes, yeah. And so that's what I did, and my hair looked fucking awesome in the thing. She just fucking knew, you know?
Yeah,
Or
she
she
knows.
was in an important conversation and didn't remember me saying that.
That too.
But,
so look, you glazed right over. You were in the Nutcracker?
I was in the Nutcracker, and so if they're again, it's an odd timeline, but I was actually in the Nutcracker.
Is that a punk thing, or is that like the ballet?
No, it's a dive. So I was in a diving competition.
Because I'm picturing you in the top secret outfit,
Yeah.
jumping on penises across the stage.
No, so I got asked to be the celebrity guest at the North Dallas Ballet's performance of the Nutcracker.
Okay.
And so I played Mother Ginger. And
What is that?
it's this it basically is, I don't really know what I was, to be honest. I felt like I was a parade float.
Were you the tree?
No. And then a bunch of dancers came out from under my dress, and I scolded them and shit, and they danced around.
Wait, are you kidding?
I'm not joking. And then
You had a dress on?
yeah, but like I'm up, like I swear to God, like I'm a parade float, like I got wheeled out there, you know, like I mean it's fucking.
Did we get pictures of
There's
this?
photos of it. I'll put them on the Jaret Goes to the Movies Facebook. But and Emma did try to video, but they did the thing where they came out. They were just like, "You need to enjoy the." It's like one of those things where I sort of, I am for people not videoing and taking pictures the whole time they're experiencing life, but it's at the same time, it's like I had my son, my wife, my daughter. Everett was at his best friend's birthday party, so he didn't get to go. And then Bonnie and Mark are really close friends, who the kids call Bonnie and Papa 3. And just for us to be able to videotape it and present it, because my mom couldn't
Does
go.
Mama 3 not roll off the tongue?
Well, no, just Bonnie's better.
Okay.
You know, you never had a Bonnie. You know? I knew a Bonnie when I was in like the 4th grade. She was a 6th grader.
My Bonnie went over the ocean?
No, it lied.
Lied over
Yeah.
the ocean. Okay.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Can I
mean,
fucking?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't. You can dad joke
So,
all
I-
fucking
why-
night, but I was still in the Nutcracker.
Okay, but why do you not like photography at live shows? Is it because
No. I don't care. No. Oh. Okay. So when I started having a problem with it, I don't care like with Bowling for Soup or anything.
No,
like
no.
that.
I know that, but I mean, is it because you want to encourage people to go see it live and not?
I went and watched Tom Kiefer from Cinderella,
Okay.
and it was in a small place called the Gas Monkey
By the
Bar,
way, love
Bar
him.
and Grill. It was Gas Monkey Bar and Grill, and small, and the fucking guy in front of me literally videotaped the entire show on his phone.
Mm-hmm.
And my line of sight was Tom Kiefer's body with that fucking phone put as his head.
Were you watching the phone the whole time?
I watched the phone the whole fucking time.
Nice.
It's like going to fucking Texas Stadium now. You can't take your eyes off that huge fucking television. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean that's cool about video, but I thought you meant like taking pictures.
No,
also.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that.
Back
But
in the
here's-
day, it was the flash.
Well, hold on. But
is
here's
distracting, but we don't even need flashes
now
these
I
days.
think there's certain shows that I don't think you should be able to videotape. And so what happened is I got convinced of this by comedians don't like you to videotape because they're working on their shit, right?
Well, and they sell their products online,
And that's their
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
So I got back home from my Heartache and Hilarity tour, and my wife was talking about how people would be videotaping it and they'd put it up, and like people would be like, and actually I don't even fucking have to tiptoe around this. I've told the Bowling for Soup fans, I've said like don't. This is like the one time I don't want you to videotape me because you're not sharing the moment that I'm trying to get across. So I
Right.
did this like super emotional show, right?
Right.
And so my wife and my really close friend Lisa were having a conversation about it with me, and they like, blah, 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 and then so they started talking about how like people videotaping it and then sharing it, and it didn't have the same thing. And then I just got on this whole fucking tangent of like, don't fucking videotape that show, you know?
It wasn't even so much that. I mean, they would literally put it on a live stream on Facebook and try to record the whole thing. And I'm like, it's not like it's a Bowling for Soup show. It's like if you go see a comedy act or anything that's like a small
Yeah.
venue, they ask you not to do that
Right.
for that purpose. I mean, you have something you're going show to show.
Like
and
you're
kind
probably fine with just doing like a 20-second clip.
I'm
or
okay with
something.
like Instagram and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But there were
yeah.
people like,
Yeah, if you're doing the
doing my
entire
stories.
show.
Yeah, doing the live stream
Yeah, that's
onto the
bullshit.
website. Like,
and here's the
it's
thing,
crazy.
like again, Bowling for Soup, 1985, Phineas and Ferb, High School Never Ends. You want me to keep listing shit? I can go on for days of things that I don't care if you put out there, whatever, like
Right.
any show. But it's me and these stories and this thing that I'm trying to do, and I want people to experience it like that.
Yeah.
You
no,
know?
I get that.
I got off on a tangent here.
Yeah. I mean, I
anyway,
think
he had
you
a
have,
huge dress.
Yeah, and some girls ran out and started dancing. It's true. It really did happen. But yeah, anyway, so all that shit aside,
Will is live streaming you.
you motherfucker. I don't care about
What
that.
are you, Tim Tool?
That's Oh, Tim.
I
He
wish.
used to do that.
I
I
wish.
wonder where that guy is now. Is he calling in today?
I don't know. We've been going at it all week on Facebook.
On what?
Like
Facebook.
going at it or like.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Tim's on the phone.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did he
Hold on.
watch the
Let
movie?
me figure out how to tie it in. Hold on, I got a connection here to do. Tim, hey, can you hear me? Hold on, Tim. You can obviously see that I'm punching a bunch of buttons. And okay, I've got.
Next
Hey,
bit.
No, he wants to talk to you.
Oh.
He wants
Oh,
to talk
okay.
to you. So say hi.
Hi.
Fuck you, Rich.
That's what I figured.
Do you want to like talk
He's
to
like
him?
he's like a.
Ask him a question or something. He wants to talk to you about some
I don't
shit.
have anything to ask him.
You should ask him something.
Anal probe.
You know.
You know.
Hey, Tim, what do you think that that Rich should do later?
We'll go to the fucking Quick Trip.
That's a good idea,
That's
right?
actually, I'm gonna go to the Quick Trip.
You are.
I need some gas.
I feel like you having a conversation with fake Tim would be really funny.
Yeah. Okay. I have so many conversations with real Tim. It's
Yeah, I get that. You guys are fucking crazy. Hey, with me as always is Rich.
Hi.
Hey, buddy.
Oh,
We're
you're
like
just now introducing
we're
me.
13 minutes into the show, and I just fucking introduced you. I don't know what happened. Have we not done this for a while? We did it like last. It's this new freedom that I have now.
It must be.
We have a new. We haven't given him a title yet, but
Yeah.
Sean is here. We have a new guy.
Mhm.
He's a guy. He's part of the show.
Part of the
Not
show.
even an employee. He's like said, "Fuck it, y'all aren't taking money. I'm not going to take money. I want to be a part of the show."
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was you. Now, Rich, what's going on? How are things?
Things are fine. Work is crazy just because we're end of the year. We're trying to, hustle and get everything done.
What
before-
happens at the end of the year? 13th, you start
Well,
working from home.
Yeah, I start working from home.
Your parents come in.
I got
bring
one
a
more
bunch of
week,
shit.
and I work from home for like 3 weeks straight, and only 1 week of that is actual work.
Right.
So we're just trying to get everything done.
Now, if you guys remember last Christmas, I gave Rich my heart.
I was gonna start
And
singing
the
that.
very next day, last Christmas, Rich went up to Chicago, I believe, to visit his brother.
A nice visit, I remember.
And it was an amazing family visit that they had. Everybody was so happy until Rich posted a picture of his brother's daughter, Rich's lovely niece,
On
How old
my
was
knee.
she?
in a
I think.
pro Trump shirt.
You couldn't see it on her.
Right.
Yes, you could.
And
no, you could not.
so that
she had her hands like this.
'Cause
You
she
could not
was-
see what shirt.
that started a quarrel, and you guys went how long without talking to each other? Like, at least 6 months.
months.
At least, right? And how are things now?
Yeah. I haven't talked to him since he visited.
Right. And that was the first time you talked to him?
Yeah.
So you guys don't text back and forth or anything?
No.
Are there any
I think
plans?
I blocked him.
Jesus.
But you won't block Tim.
I don't.
What the hell?
But I'm not blocking him. I don't think he's blocked because he texted me and asked me to reset his because I manage our family's email, our domain, Coleman's.
The Colemans?
Yeah. And so he texted me to reset his wife's password or something. So I think he can still text me.
Now, do you
He just chooses not to.
do y'all do y'all have any plans to are you
But we're fine.
what's
We're
happening
fine.
at Christmas this year? What's the plan?
They're staying there. I'm staying
Chicago,
here. My
yep.
parents are going away to hang out with my aunt and uncle in
Ooh.
San Diego.
When you say aunt and uncle, is that your mom or dad's
my
brother or
mom's
sister?
sister.
Sister, right? Sister.
They're gonna go hang out in San Diego
Right.
for a week or so.
Oh, wow, so it's gonna for sure snow.
And I wanted a winter, so I don't know. Me and the Russian and her family might go somewhere cold.
Now, do Russians do they celebrate Christmas?
No, New Year's is the big Russian.
Oh, I was
holiday.
actually just kidding. Do they really
no,
not?
not really.
It's not like a big
I
thing.
mean, we're going to because we're
Right.
in America, and
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
allow that.
So you guys are
Just kidding.
obviously going to Christmas Eve church,
Christmas
and
Eve.
you're obviously doing
She's
that.
Muslim, so we'd have to go to Christmas Eve.
Is she really?
What is it,
Is she
temple?
Muslim or Muslim?
Muslim.
She's not Muslim for
No.
better or
Are you going to
Okay.
celebrate
She's like
Ramadan
the
with her?
Hollywood version of Muslim.
Really?
Yeah.
And go ahead, Will.
Oh, are you going to do Ramadan with her?
She doesn't do any of
Are
that.
you going to fast?
She's-
Later on, we're going to talk to
she's- like I said,
Ramadan
she's Hollywood
James
version of
from England. I'm going to talk to him later. Ramadan James. What? Hey, my wife Casey is here.
Hello.
She so when I got Sean in here, I had to explain to him that you're never going to be on camera, and he thought, "Oh, I just thought something was fucked up with the feed." And there's just a smile on her face.
I know there's a new guy in here that said like, does she not do video? And Katie Morgan literally goes, she likes not wearing a bra and wearing stretchy pants and no makeup.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on right now. There's a
I'm ready to
But you
bandana in
always
there.
look
Hatch on.
awesome. Look how awesome you look.
Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
she
You are
always looks-
definitely camera worthy.
Yeah,
right?
you
Y'all
always
are
look
the,
cute.
y'all are the best.
I
You just
love
don't like
her.
the awkward picture.
I like all of it.
He'll change
Um,
it from like skinny red-haired Casey to drunk at a concert Casey. Thanks, guys.
That's one of my favorite pictures of you. I love that picture. That's why I put it up there.
Casey and I have had a
And I assume that's what the art is after because it looks just like that. The little art thing on the logo.
What do you mean?
It looks just like that picture.
Jesus
Oh yeah,
Christ.
it kind of does, huh?
Casey and I have had a great week. I've been sick the entire week,
It's been great.
and we have really had a great time.
It's just been
You
awesome.
finally got to relax, Casey.
Yeah.
been
I was
great.
talking about the fact that we went to the movies twice, and both times went to the wrong theater.
Fuck, it sucked. So there's so many like good movies out,
Right.
and we saw Daddy's Home too.
Terrible. Fucking
That
terrible.
disappoints me.
The first one was so good.
I was so
and,
anxious.
and here's the thing: our
And then we
daughter
went
had
and
gone.
saw Wonder.
Emma had gone to see.
Why
well,
would you
hold on,
see
hold on.
Wonder?
We're gonna get there in just a second.
Because it was starting right
We
then.
went to
Oh.
see. Stop it. We went to see. We had gone to see something else, and our daughter had already gone to see Daddy's Home 2.
Mm-hmm.
And
She said it was hilarious,
no, she said it was fucking terrible.
and you went anyway.
Well, here's the thing: we were just like, how bad could it be? And that's what was starting then. And it was like, do you want to drive 19 minutes to the other theater and like almost not make the other movie, or like?
Uh-huh.
And it was like it was an impromptu night out, right?
Yeah.
We had like gotten Ryan the intern to come over.
Oh, that's why you didn't call me, because it was impromptu.
you're gonna. What
It
is-
was a date night. You weren't invited.
Oh.
what happens with you? Like,
I
do
don't
you
know.
do you like to hang out? I don't know if we've established that.
I would like it.
I know you do. You guys want to?
Will definitely
You guys wanna
wants
have-
to hang out with
Should
you.
we have a Christmas party tomorrow night? Everybody got plans tomorrow night?
I almost called Will to go see the League of what the fuck is it called?
League of Their Own.
No,
League of
Justice
Extraordinary
League.
Gentlemen.
Oh
Have you seen it yet?
no.
We'll go see it.
By the way, speaking of Will, Will is here.
Hey.
Will came in happy today. I mean, just like firing on all cylinders.
Did the Lexapro up
yeah.
the dose?
Yeah, no, the Lexapro's kicking in.
Kicking
Night,
in.
and it takes a couple of weeks, and you feel
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
feel
good,
Awesome.
good stuff. I had a conversation online with a guy,
With who?
with a dude who
Shocking.
who's dealing with some shit or whatever. Just before you guys came over, and I was thinking about you, so I am glad that things are going well. I'm glad that things are going well.
Yep.
And
Wait, I want to tell him about the Wonder movie.
no, I was going to get into that in just a second. So I just wanted to bring Will into the conversation.
Burp in
So
the
now
mic.
we're all here. Burp in the mic.
Got it.
So we went and saw Daddy's Home 2. Daddy's Home 2 is fucking terrible.
I'm
And
disappointed.
I like
That
all
sucks.
movies. I really
the
do.
first
Like,
one was hysterical.
it
You
was
didn't-
really good.
You didn't like the Burbs.
I like the Burbs.
Have you listened to the Burbs podcast?
I didn't like the. You guys,
You didn't like
You
the
were
Burbs.
real bummed out.
y'all fucking brought me so down during that.
You brought you down. I'm gonna let you listen to that one again.
No, I just think I want to kill everyone.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
one line
Yeah.
does not a movie make.
Anywho, we went and saw it. It was not good.
So then he was super sick, and we're trying to get out of the house so that Christina could come and like clean.
Yeah, the maid.
And Jared's
Yeah, I
like
figured.
fucking dying. And so I'm
Well, my idea was let's go to Dave and Buster's. I'm fine, right? So we go to try these.
You guys love Dave and Buster's.
Oh yeah,
like, we
it's,
have so many Dave and Buster's points. it's
well we like to go
ridiculous.
on Wednesday. It's half price Wednesdays, so
Oh,
you go on
okay.
Wednesdays and everything's half price.
So you're getting like double points.
It's
Oh.
fucking
Crazy.
It's a lot of fun. It really.
I'm
is.
in now.
I'm not
Oh, yeah, you should
joking.
come to one. Skip
Everything's
work
half
one day.
price. It's fucking great. So
One time we went at like literally like 10:45 in the morning and like sat there till they opened, and we were there till like 6.
that did happen.
It was fucked up.
We had to Uber. So
It was not good.
Jaret, you could have literally come to my house, and we have a guest bedroom. You could have been in the sanctuary.
when? Oh, wow. No, I would never come over your house sick though, because I don't want to get your kid sick. Or
That's
anything
why.
like
She's
that.
at school.
It's a sick. It was sick.
Yeah.
That's why.
So we're gonna go see this awesome murder
no, I
movie.
go over Will's. I went over and put some shit in his trash can today.
I mean, he got close to my house.
Because
Yeah.
that's the same thing.
It is exactly the same thing. No, we hang out. We had a pool party this summer, twice actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good times.
Made him sandwiches.
That's true. We had
Grilled
oh
cheese
these
sandwiches.
delicious. No, but the one time we had
He
these
bribed you
chicken
with
things.
sandwiches.
What was the time we had these chicken things on these buns? Or what? Oh my god, that fucking
Oh yeah,
shit
the
was
the
good.
sausages. Yeah,
That was delicious.
sausage party.
So anyway, this fucking Daddy's Home 2, man, it's not good. It's not good.
We're past that. I
Yeah.
want to talk about the Wonder movie.
I'm trying to fucking transition right now.
Casey, I'll just edit all this out and go straight to the wonder.
Stop it.
Thank you.
So,
We go eat soup dumplings at this Chinese food place. That was
oh yeah, you're right.
awesome.
We did move.
Yeah.
Soup
Yummy.
dumplings
I
were
was
good.
sick, and then I needed to go home. Yeah, right. And
then
then
we went to a movie.
so we went to a movie instead.
You needed to go home, so you went to.
Well,
a movie.
no, she was just like, "Hey, do you want to just go and get a soda and you just hang out, kick out?"
Because he was like, I don't even want to go to
Wait,
Dave and Buster's
you've-
anymore, which I didn't want to go to anyway. But
You already went to one movie and then you went to
"No,
another
different
movie?
day."
Oh,
so
okay.
hold on. So to clarify the story, I had found this place that has soup dumplings. It's over by the kids' school, and so she was like, "Hey, let's go over there. That'll make you feel better." And the food was fucking delicious. It was
What is
amazing.
the name of this place?
no idea.
Okay.
Shit. Yeah, I don't know, but it's new and it's in a strip center and it's really good. I don't need to know where it is. It's across the street from Taco Bell, you know. So anywho, we eat that and then I'm just like I can't do it. I can't even drive. Like I'm literally just like I'm tired and I don't feel good. She's like, we could go see a movie. Now, what did we go there to? Oh, we went to go see some movie like a 7 Billboards or some kind of murder
Yeah,
movie.
3 billboards.
3 Billboards thing. And we got there, we were at the wrong theater again.
And we were at the same theater that was the wrong theater last time.
2 times we went to the wrong theater.
Fuck.
And
How many theaters you got up in fucking Prosper?
here's the
We
thing.
were in like Plano.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, but we went to see Wonder, and that movie was
Holy
fucking
shit!
great.
Paul Schmaus is in the chat room.
This Wonder, it's so good. It's a great.
It's not
fucking
something
movie.
you see in the theater, though.
Totally agree.
Like, why would you waste a theater?
Because we had time to
on
kill,
'cause-
and
right.
Wonder.
he just wanted to sit there and drink a soda. And
I
watch a
get
movie.
okay.
And
that-
here's the thing.
and I
If-
bet everybody in there was probably trying to kill time too.
had we not gone to see that movie, I would have never seen it.
right.
And it was cool to me because, again,
No, but it was terrible because he felt all shitty and he's all fevery and awful,
And now
he's
he's
just,
sad.
and he's just sobbing, and I was just like, "Is this making you feel better? Do
Yeah.
you feel really like a lot better now?" And he's like, like the whole time.
I
And
cried.
it was rough.
I cried 7 times.
At least.
No, I counted.
That's weird.
And why?
It's weird whenever you get to high numbers in your count.
No, I just
Yeah, he's
knew
got
that.
a clicker.
I knew
He's-
they were going
He
to ask me.
does. I have a clicker downstairs.
And but this kid Bryce, he's on that show Walk the Prank, and he's the bully in this. And he is a friend of Not Your Girlfriends, who's a band that I manage. And he's going to be in their he's already in their video that comes out next month. So that was cool. It was cool to see him be the bully. Yeah, go ahead, Rich in the back.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be huge.
I agree.
Not Your Girlfriends is going to be huge, and here's why.
Okay.
If you were going to put together a band,
Yeah.
from scratch
Mm-hmm.
with fictitious people,
Mm-hmm.
that's how you would do it.
Yeah.
You've got the pretty one as the lead singer who plays guitar. You've got the quirky, like cute one that plays bass,
Yeah.
and then you've got the tomboy, tough one as the drummer. Like you can't. That's from Central Casting.
Yeah. I mean, she's not really a tomboy. She just wears sleeveless shirts.
I know, but still, it doesn't matter.
They're
That's
all-
how it appears when you're watching the video.
I get it.
It's perfect. Like they are.
No, their personalities are just
perfect.
completely different, and
I
you
mean,
can see it. Which
That's
is
the way the
awesome.
Nick show will be.
Right. The Nickelodeon show or the Disney show is going to be just like what he said.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're going to be
They're-
huge, and if you haven't
I
checked them
think
out,
they're great.
go check out Not Your Girlfriends, and you can find them all
And
over.
if I didn't think so, I just would not say anything.
I know you would, and you know what? That means a lot to me, actually. And,
I think they're amazing.
I really do appreciate that. I wonder what that could be.
What is that?
That's a dog.
I know, but what is she barking at?
Allie.
Nice whistle, Rich.
I don't
All
know.
right.
All right. So anyway,
Oh wait, someone's at our door.
oh, who is it?
Is that
Oh,
Dennis?
it's your dad. Yeah.
Oh, Dennis is
Hey,
here.
we're upstairs.
Obviously.
Oh, this is a great time to take a pee break, actually.
Okay.
Okay. No, that's fine. Just I'll just take a new one. Damn it! I think
I'll take a new one too.
What is it?
Hey, Sean, it's okay. Let's just grab a new one. Thank you, buddy. It's our new producer, Sean.
Well, when you have me do this, it kind of defeats
You hear
the
that?
fact that
Yeah.
you said producer.
Oh, it's already snooty. It's his fucking first day. Jesus Christ. Well, that's because
Well,
you don't
that's-
have the job yet. You son of a bitch.
I thought,
I
I
love
thought
you.
that's called bitch.
That's what he said.
I'm okay, thank you.
All right, we'll figure it out. Okay, now I need somebody to be here to just get that and not complain. Can we get that?
What?
The beers and shit.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, welcome to
We need like a beer boy that just sits right here on his knees, like on one knee.
You don't like pay Jack to do it?
Yeah, like a ball boy.
What's that?
Yeah, that's what a beer boy on one knee over here, just sitting here on the line.
Or two knees.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna fucking do what John's doing right now. I'm gonna come from now on. I'll just bring my own cooler in here. I'll set him right here at my side.
Why not?
You haven't thought of that yet?
I used to do that back in the day. Then I got a fridge.
No, wrong.
Well,
I
now-
used to get the cooler.
Well, we
Well,
used to
that's
do
true.
it, and then Casey brought in her made container filled with ice.
yeah, it was genius.
Right, and then they got it made, so then she had to stop cleaning, and then it ruined everything.
I was never clean.
That's
Here's
true.
the thing, but look, I don't even. Son
But
of
can
a
we
bitch.
introduce John real quick before you?
I'm about to,
Oh,
but
sorry.
I'm in the middle of a fucking rant.
That's true.
That's the thing is you don't let me finish.
So Daddy's home too was really.
So we got then we got a refrigerator, and I could reach the fucking refrigerator, right?
Literally have not started talking about the movie yet.
What movie?
I'm editing all this out.
No, you're not.
We can't have another two-parter.
This is
It's
the
10
fucking
o'clock.
best part of the show.
yeah, and it's trading places. If we have to do that 2 parts,
Why
I
don't
fucking
you
quit.
ask people what they actually like about the show? It's this part. My neighbor John is here. Neighbor John.
Yes.
There he is. So now I got to figure out a name for him, though, because he can't be Neighbor John, because we used to have Tim Tool, my neighbor.
That's different.
We got Kitty Corner Will.
Neighbor John.
But
It's Garage John.
No, it's going to be, because he's only here for a year.
Mm.
So he'll be, it's Countdown John.
Countdown.
We're going to call him Countdown John. That's going to be him, because we're counting
That
down.
doesn't sound like he's gonna he's like
Yeah.
He's not going to die. Everything's fine.
No,
and he
I'm
can
not
still
dying.
come back and visit.
Well, I was gonna
Temporary
say,
John?
But is
what?
that the most interesting part about John?
Temporary John.
I'm just plugging John or
No,
what?
John's the fucking best, though. He, we
I
John-
like
John the
temporary John.
John the
That's
Tenth.
amazing. Temporary John.
I like it, too.
That was Will.
Yeah, I like it, too, Will.
We can call him
Yeah.
John the Temp.
Oh shit.
John the Temp.
John the Temp.
Okay, I like it. All right, guys, we do have to dive into the podcast because Will's wife got a job and he is on a curfew.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Here's the thing. What? No, that's a real thing.
Yeah, it's true.
We talked
Is
about
she
that
working?
last
Where's
week.
she working?
She works for I can't remember.
Another thing.
All right. She has a job.
What?
We got
Wait
it.
a minute. This is like a 40-some-year-old man and he's on a curfew because his wife is working?
Well,
Let's
No,
not
wait a
get
minute,
into
wait a
this.
minute.
He loves his wife. She's beautiful.
Everything
Like,
is
you gotta
great.
watch about 100 podcasts to understand
Everything
this.
is
Oh,
lovely.
Okay. I'll shut up and let y'all roll.
She has to wake up at like 5:30,
Yeah.
and if I get in at 1, it sucks.
For
Why?
Her.
Oh.
Oh, you're waking her up.
No, she doesn't go to sleep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jaret Goes to the Movies. We're actually going to talk about the movie now. This is a Tim Tool and Matt.
Wait. Do we want to dog talk real quick? Just one quick dog talk, and then we'll go into the movie.
You just broke Jaret. You broke.
I know. He looks so defeated.
Casey is
Thank God we have a camera on him.
This is a Tim Tool and Matt Cardosi. Matt Cardosi. What did I used to say?
Cordosi.
Okay, Matt Cardosi production. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, all of our supporters come from the site Patreon. Why not go to Patreon and search for Jaret Goes to the Movies for as little as $1 a month? That's 25 cents per episode. You can get some shit that not everybody can see or hear. Our executive producers are Tim Tool and Matt Cardosi. Our executive producers, those guys are corporate VPs.
Right.
Our executive producers also include David Murray, Ashley C., Sheila Ray Wonder, Wendy Croft, David Dooley, Diane Small, Big Chris Whitehead, Lucy Murray, Rodon James, Eddie Weiss, Lisa Wenzel, Sean Umbeck, Joel Robinson, Nigel Watson, Greg Pascal, Chris Holt, Tyler McCullough, Mark Ryan, Sue Hurst, Josh Millman, Jason Randall. Sorry, guys, I fucking put this thing in there. Jason Randall. Everybody's favorite Katie Morgan, Jared Spear, my favorite, Mike Breton, Shawnee Griffiths, Chris Jacobs, Daniel Cotton, Brian Dunning, Wayne Bullard, and Paul Baums. Thank you guys for being amazing supporters. If you'd like to hear your name at the first of each episode, which is a new thing in podcasting, why not go to Patreon and check that shit out? Also, hey, follow us on Facebook and participate in that shit because it makes it look really awesome when we post something awesome and people actually like it. It's so much better than when people don't. All right, Trading Spaces. God damn it, you motherfucker. Why would you do that?
I did it all week.
Yeah, all right.
I've typed Trading Spaces all
You
week.
should have put a question mark.
That
on
was a fucking fantastic show. Trading
I love
Spaces.
that show.
Remember
I
that
watched
shit?
every episode.
All right, Trading Places, 1983. A snobbish investor and a Wall Street con artist.
Wiley.
A snobbish investor and a Wiley Street con artist find their positions reversed as part of a bet by two callous millionaires.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good synopsis.
Not bad.
I'm by the way, on these two millionaires, I think I've said this before.
Mm-hmm.
The Dukes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you feel like those two Muppet characters that sit in the balcony are based on them? Like, hey, they're not half bad. No, they're all bad. Like those two guys. They just fuck with them.
You just reminded me. I downloaded a shit ton of those clips. I forgot to put them in.
Are you serious?
I had them. I was gonna put them. God damn it! I'm so mad at myself now. I had a ton of those. I was gonna put in every time that the Dukes were on a clip. I was gonna punch them in.
They have to be based on that, right? They have to.
I would think so.
And it makes it. And you know what? Holy shit!
What?
I realize we're not even one clip in.
Oh God.
Daddy's home too?
No.
Oh.
Fucking Frank Oz is in this,
Right.
and he's
I thought
a
about that
fucking
during the
Muppet
research.
guy. I just solved Trading Places.
Oh my God!
Jesus Christ!
Cue the music.
We'll punch that in later.
All right.
Oh, okay.
The director is John Landis. Man, I mean, one of the, Jesus Christ, from that day, he did Blues Brothers, Animal House, Coming to America.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody got a favorite line from the movie Coming to America? You want to do?
Sexual chocolate.
That's a good one.
Oh, that is a good one.
One of my favorite is, you guys are going to love this place. It's a real shithole. That's a good one.
It's been
All
a
right.
while.
American Werewolf in London. Do y'all like that movie?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw half of it
I
once.
don't really know that I ever watched it. I definitely haven't watched it as
I
an
just
adult.
remember the guy and him changing, and that's it.
Me too. Same thing. Same
It's
exact
a good
thing.
movie. You should watch it.
Not mentioned in my notes, he did a movie called Kentucky Fried Movie. And it is one of the greatest movies of all
I'm
time.
not sure I've seen it.
It's crazy.
And especially if you're a theater kid, because what it is it's a bunch of like little snippets, but they're all filmed. So it's like a Saturday Night Live, but like shot, and it just goes bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
And
I always remember the boobs against the
oh yeah,
door.
yeah, you'll cream your jeans when you see Catholic high school girls in trouble.
Wasn't
So-
that in Holy Grail too? Monty Python sort of Holy Grail.
They didn't have glass during the Holy Grail, dude.
Oh.
That was a rabbit.
Oh.
Yeah. Also,
My bad.
who put up the money for Monty Python's The Holy Grail?
Who?
I don't know, but Life of Brian, it was George Harrison. All right, guys. This movie, of course, stars many, many, many people. Danholm Elliott plays Coleman. We've seen him in a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
They're not listed here, so I'm not going to read them off.
Yeah. Let's not read everybody in the movie, but yeah, I highlighted the important ones.
Oh, I see. Okay, so I'm supposed to talk about 3 people. All right, great. Dan Aykroyd is in this. Obviously, made a huge splash in the original cast of Saturday Night Live.
I still maintain that he is not funny. He's a great straight man to funny people.
Yeah. He was great. He was super funny in My Girl.
I think he's a great actor, and he's a great straight man, but he's not funny ever.
I mean, he
And I have proof.
okay.
The one movie that he starred in as he's the main character of this movie that's supposed to be really funny,
Dr. Detroit.
Dr. Detroit, and
Yeah,
it was not
good.
funny.
Yep. No, he is definitely an amazing writer. He's a good cast member in an ensemble.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, he's great in this. He's great in Spies Like Us. He's great in Blues Brothers.
Ghostbusters.
He's great in Ghost. Yeah, he's fucking great in Ghostbusters. By the way,
He's great, but
I
he's
thought-
not funny. He's
I thought he
straight.
was funny in 50 First Dates.
Oh my God.
he's actually really funny. Yeah, you know what? You're right. He's not. But I think that's sort of his thing. His whole deal with John Belushi was not to be.
But they put him in Dr. Detroit going, you're hilarious. You're in
Right.
all these hilarious movies. You were
Right.
on Saturday Night Live. And then he goes and tries to be John Belushi or Bill Murray or Eddie Murphy as the lead in a funny movie. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
He's not funny.
Interesting.
He's perfect as the straight man
Yeah.
for the funny person.
Great Outdoors, John Candy.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Also, one of the co-founders of House of Blues, and he's got that vodka that comes in the skull, which I bought. I went and wrote some country songs in Nashville, and then I left pissed because they just wanted to write Bowling for Soup songs, and I was like, I don't need any fucking help with that shit. But I sent a "I'm gonna kiss your ass" thing to the head guy at the writer room or whatever. Sent him some of that vodka or whatever. Then I fucking regretted it. I just wish I'd have kept it. So fuck that guy. Ralph Bellamy is in this. He plays Randolph Duke. Don Ameche plays Mortimer Duke. And those guys, again, they have to be. If chat room, somebody figure that out, whether they are the inspiration for those two guys on the Muppets. They have to be. 100%. Eddie Murphy, a lot of people don't know who that is. He is a comedic actor from
From Shrek.
That actually might be true that some people not
Everybody
know.
knows who he is.
Is
And
Are you sure?
Well,
Isn't he that singer that sings "Party All the Time"? My girl wants to party all the time.
everybody knows who he is because he's been in.
Does my daughter know who? Does your
No.
daughter know who he is?
My kid doesn't know who he is.
If
Right.
you said Nutty
No.
Professor, they would know who it is.
No, I don't
No,
know.
that's-
That's
Donkey
maybe.
from Shrek.
that's Casey's.
What's the one where he talks to the animals?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
Dr.
Dr.
Dolittle.
Dolittle.
They
That's a
know
good one.
that movie?
But not Nutty Professor.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's a little.
I messed my shirt up.
Yeah, Donkey
Yeah.
from Shrek, probably.
Maybe donkeys from.
Yeah,
Shrek.
and he's also in
That's
just
Milan.
voice, though.
He's the
But,
little
it's a
little
voice.
dragon in Milan.
But
Me-
still,
Mishu-
that's
Mishu.
cartoons. You don't
Mushu.
know him.
Right.
Okay. I
If they go, oh, have you seen Shrek? And that's the donkey. Oh, he's
Oh,
the
but Dr.
donkey.
Dolittle's one for sure.
you could walk
Maybe
up
Dr.
to you could
Dolittle.
walk up to anybody who was born
And
in
I would
the
say
80s.
haunted house too. Maybe
You could
haunted
walk
house.
up to anybody who was born in the 80s and just go, ice cream! And they'll just be like, oh shit, that's that Eddie Murphy bit,
Yeah.
you know? It's
Beverly Hills Cop, right?
Beverly Hills Cop fan. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
There's a couple of lines in this movie, and when we get there, I was mixed up on which Eddie Murphy movie they came from because it's shit that I say. But to me, and here's the thing, Eddie Murphy had a hit movie with a stand-up comedy routine. You know, I mean, his movie Raw was
Yeah.
huge, and it's just him doing a fucking 2-hour stand-up.
Raw's one of the greatest comedy movies of all time.
Delirious is way better. Raw is
Raw-
good.
but it doesn't matter if it was better. Raw was huge.
Yeah,
Which
it
one was he wearing that red leather suit?
That's Delirious.
No,
That was
that's
funny.
Raw.
That's Delirious. Raw, he wears the blue, the sort of like blue and black leather suit.
I'm sorry.
Different leather
I
suit.
got the leather suits mixed up.
Yeah,
Fucking rich.
it happens.
I didn't see Delirious. I heard Delirious. I only saw Raw.
Robert Earl Jones is in this. James Eckhouse is in this. Paul Gleason. Holy shit! Now, one that I saw on the credits and I just kept waiting for it. I'm like, I don't even know what that fucking guy looks like. Is Frank Oz?
Right.
Frank Oz.
I didn't see him in the movie. I didn't recognize him in the movie.
You didn't
I know
recognize
what he,
his-
I know what he looks like, but I didn't recognize
You didn't recognize his voice right off?
Mm-mm.
Oh my god, I did. I mean, I saw that he was on there. I didn't know who.
I didn't
he
hear
played.
Miss Piggy, if that's what you're asking.
Well, he's Fozzie Bear, and his real
yeah.
voice is Fozzie.
Oh, is it?
And so he but for those of you who don't know, he was like Jim Henson's guy.
Yeah.
It was Jim Henson and
There was two guys.
Frank
there was
Oz.
Jim Henson and him.
And they did all the voices.
Yeah.
And so when when they get to that part and he starts talking, I go, you know who that is, don't you? And Casey goes, no. And I go, it's Fozzie Bear. She goes, I don't know the Muppets. And I'm not.
But you
I'm
knew
not-
they were Muppets.
I know the
I'm
Muppets.
not familiar with them. Eddie Jones is in this. Bill Cobbs, Jamie Lee Curtis. who, man, here's the thing.
Doesn't have a penis.
Does not have a penis.
No.
She, in the movie Freaky Friday, sings along to my voice.
Yep.
And
Not originally.
Not
She didn't
originally.
really sing along. It was overdubbed.
that's right.
Okay.
And thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, so we did that song in Freaky Friday. We did a Britney Spears cover. And the reason why it's a really cool story is that somebody else had done it. This band Travis. This I believe they're from the UK somewhere. They had done it in this like super acoustic, like sort of dreary way. And so the tempo was locked in. She had already sang along to it. It was cut. So I went to this meeting. I swear to God, this is a true story. I went to a meeting, 8 people that I didn't know in a hotel room, right? And 3 of them had on hats. And I the whole time I'm like, I am really uncomfortable because I don't have my fucking hat. And why? There's a person sitting on the bed with a hat. There's a person standing up with a hat. Yeah.
If you could have put a hat on, what kind of hat would it have been?
I wouldn't have put on a hat.
Okay.
I'd have been like, I'm just going to hold this hat. My hair looks fucking great today.
Katie looked it up. No inspiration from the Muppets.
Unfucking believable. Still love you, Katie. So, anywho, they basically said, you're locked into the key. You're locked into the tempo. You want to take a crack at this? I go, sure. I don't give a fuck. I'll do it. And it ended up being so cool. That cover of Britney Spears got played on rock radio all over the world because it just is super heavy and it's just dreary and really, really good. So, anyway, I'm one degree.
Go buy it. Amazon.com.
Yeah, wherever you buy music. I don't know. Stream it. And now I don't even tell. Apparently now it's caught on. You're just supposed to stream shit.
Okay. Says your management.
Says my management. That's exactly right. Kelly Curtis plays Muffy.
That's Jamie Lee Curtis's sister. Her
Yeah.
older sister.
Is that really true?
Yep.
Yeah, I liked her.
Yeah.
I would like to see them both standing together.
Wait, which one was she?
She was one of the
Muff-
friends. She was one of the friends in the club.
Muffy.
Oh, in the
She
club.
was
Okay.
Muffy.
She wasn't the one in the bed.
Oh, okay.
No.
No, then that's a different one that I thought. Bo Diddley is in this.
I know,
know?
right? The pawn shop guy?
Yeah, he's the pawn shop guy,
Oh,
which is
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Bo Diddley is a historical blues musician. Jim Belushi, who plays Harvey, he's the guy in the ape suit originally. And then I think my favorite of just the craziness that is this movie is Al Franken, because as much as you think about Al Franken back then, you know, it's Saturday Night Live and yada yada, and this is super early, and he was a writer on SNL back then. So,
Talk about someone that's not funny.
well, you know,
I
I mean,
don't find him funny at all.
got it here. So I don't really find his acting funny that much either. I don't really think the good enough, smart enough thing was really funny.
The one with
Michael Jordan,
That was
yeah.
funny.
I'm gonna be the best Michael I can be. But I thought but I understood here watching this in 1983. I understood what the appeal was. Like, he played that character so well, and his voice is unique, and he looks different. You know,
And I get it. Like, I get it. Like, it was, like, I remember the Stuart Smalley things, and I would be glued to the TV. I'd be watching it. I would be interested in it.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was funny.
Do you know why you watched it? Because everybody was going to talk about it at school the next day.
Maybe, yeah.
It's the same with the fucking church
Yeah.
lady. I never thought the church lady was
Right,
funny
I didn't
ever.
either. Yeah.
But I knew that somebody was going to be like, well, isn't that special the next day? And I wanted to know what they were talking about.
Right.
You know what was funny from back in those days? You were like, marvelous. That shit was
Holy
fucking
shit.
funny.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
I
good.
still do that to this
Me
day.
too.
When
Yeah.
I look into your eyes, I can see myself dancing.
Yeah.
I look marvelous.
Do you remember the song that he did? You know,
No,
there was this. He actually had a song on the radio. You know, they're like Tina Turner, marvelous. Donna Summer,
Oh, yes.
marvelous.
Yes, I do remember that now.
You know,
yeah.
whatever.
I can't sing it for
Her
you.
belly button is absolutely marvelous. That was a terrible. I was the fat guy, marvelous guy. I was doing the burp, burp, burp thing that fat guys do. I can't help it anymore. I've gotten so fat that now I'm like, and Patton Oswalt wrote this bit, but it is true. You get to a point where you're just like, burp, burp, burp. I'm just so fucking fat, you know? But I look good with this purple light behind me if
You
you're not watching the stream.
absolutely do. And your hair
How's it
looks
feel
great.
when you bend over? Tie your shoes.
Oh, that's the
I
worst.
don't-
Lose your breath.
I don't even fuck
It's
yeah.
the
I do.
worst.
I don't even do that anymore, man. I have to sit down and like pull
Lean
my
back.
foot up
Mike,
and like and
flip-flops
wedge
on.
it. And no, I wedge my foot onto my leg as far as it'll go so it stays.
I have a
I
great
know.
story for this. I
Yeah.
go over to the Russians. She's Asian because she lives in Asia,
Right.
but she's not from the place with the Oriental rugs.
Right.
Okay. And
I don't
you-
think
but
well, I guess you
everyone
can
from
still say
Asia,
that. I see what you did there.
everyone from Asia
Sneaky.
makes you take your shoes off when you go in their house. So I have to always take my shoes off. Fucking sometimes I forget that I'm wearing laces, so I have to take off my laces shoes. And so when I leave, I have to sit down and put my shoes on. Guess who makes fun of me for having to sit down on the floor to
Oh.
put my shoes on?
Yeah,
Yeah, the Russian.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when I have to bend over is to bend over to tie my kid's shoe, because he's 5 and sometimes he can do it himself, but sometimes he's just like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do this right now.
Just pick them up, put it on your lap.
Doesn't
or something.
change either. The older they get.
No, you know what I do? I put him on the 3rd step. So I go.
So you don't have to bend over.
Yeah,
as
that's
far.
right.
Goddamn
So
right.
I go get on the steps. He's on the 1st step. I go, no, move up to the 2nd one. He said, you know what? Get up one more of this. And now we're fine. I mean, I'm at like fucking just 3/4 bend over level. And I'm tying the shoe like a motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
And I'm ready for the next one. You know, like at that level. But dude,
All right,
bending
because you
over
can
the-
breathe. But put him down
exactly.
too, and you
know
can't
the
breathe.
thing is that is this whole bending over and doing your shoes. It's not just like a weight thing for because like Dennis's boss, Casey's stepdad's boss, is like in shape, and he like is the guy that turned me on to like the golf shoes that you don't have to tie because he's just like I can't do it anymore. I can't get down there. You know?
Okay, so it's not weight.
No,
related.
it's just a thing. It's weird. Your body bends in a way to where and you're old and there's
I'm gonna
just
tell
shit
the Russian
going on.
that as soon as I see her.
Yeah, just let her
Like,
know. You know.
Damn it.
Being tall sucks too.
Oh, I'm sure it's a long way down there.
Yep.
Look at this fucking guy by you.
Yeah, but I wouldn't trade it.
Really?
No, hell no.
Why?
No.
Just because free haircuts under ceiling fans?
Yeah,
How tall are you?
Yeah.
6'3".
Oh, yeah.
But I can see over y'all.
Yeah,
I
and you
know.
could and
Yeah.
you could just drive us into the ground.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
pretty
hell,
sure.
I don't know about that now.
I don't know. We're wiry.
Yeah, no.
Why?
It's got
Um,
advantages.
So, I fucking love this movie, guys. I loved it. I thought it, and I didn't think I was gonna. I don't remember liking it.
Oh, I didn't put my alternate synopsis. Thing in there for
you didn't.
No,
Oh shit.
sorry.
Sorry.
I was like, why didn't you go for? Oh, I didn't put it in there.
do you want to do it now?
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. Do you want me to read it again so you just get the transition or whatever?
I don't
Let's do
care.
it. Okay.
That's fine.
Trading Spaces, 1983. A snobbish investor and a Wiley Street con artist find their positions reversed as part of a bet by 2 callous billionaires.
You are editing this again, right?
I meant to on that one.
Yeah.
Over to Rich for his alternative synopsis.
Trading places. in this somehow less realistic version of Freaky Friday, 2 men swap lives, and even though Dan Aykroyd doesn't get the benefit of using Eddie Murphy's penis, he seems to do just fine.
I like it. So Casey brought this up though. She was just like, yeah, I thought it was more like Freaky Friday, and it's not. I mean, it's not like Freaky Friday. There's no like.
Yeah, there's no
I couldn't.
soul switching.
I hadn't seen it in so long. I couldn't remember how the switch happened.
Yeah.
I
Right.
thought they switched bodies. but
Bodies.
I don't remember.
Well, there's so many movies that they switch bodies.
Totally.
Bodies. I would.
They've redone that movie so many times.
so
Remember
many
they did the Kirk Cameron, Dudley Moore one, and then there was Judge Reinhold and Fred Savage. It's
There's 2 of these, right?
yeah. Well, the first
The
one
original
was what's her face, Jodie
Jodie
Foster.
Foster.
Yeah.
Oh, Foster. That's
Yeah,
right,
but they've done it 100 times. There's like random Disney original movies.
Was it
that-
Joe
Yeah.
Beth Williams from Poltergeist that was the mom?
I don't remember that being a thing. She would have been too young in the
Yeah.
60s.
Can't remember who the mom was.
was.
It was the 70s.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't. I did so much acid. I mean, I cannot remember.
Was
Yeah.
Philly
Anything.
this much of a shithole? Is it still shitty? Because in the movie,
Oh, yeah.
it looked shitty. Like
Philly's-
they were all like
Yeah.
showing the city and stuff, and I'm going,
there's
this
parts
is
of Philadelphia
terrible.
that are horrible.
It's
Yeah.
pretty shitty.
Yeah.
It's pretty
I mean,
shitty.
and- yeah, I mean, it's it's very, very developed.
Because at first I was thinking, I conflated Pittsburgh with Philly,
Right.
when it first started.
Not the same thing.
Right, because I remember you going, well, you said it was all grand when you come into Pittsburgh.
Dude,
But I
Pittsburgh
was
is
like, oh, wait,
beautiful,
that's
dude.
Pittsburgh. This is
Yeah.
Philly. It is not grand.
Well,
It didn't
Philadelphia
look
is a
good at
very
all.
Philadelphia is a very old city, obviously.
Is it industrial or something?
It's just very developed, and all these places have been there forever. The streets have been there forever.
Like, even the mansion that they were supposed to live in had a very shitty street. I was like, ew, you live there?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, I don't know that, and maybe that's just what they were trying to come across with, but it
was bad.
Philadelphia is a cool spot, but downtown, it's just fucking. There's just no room. You can't widen the streets, and it's crazy. It's crazy just trying to like go to the TLA.
Pennsylvania is almost all farmland. You can't expand.
Well, no, this is one of the oldest cities in the
I know, but
fucking country.
You can't
urban
sprawl.
How do you urban sprawl development like that, though? It's all built on these small streets. You can't knock shit down. And
we don't live in the downtown Dallas. That's how you do it. There's rich areas of Dallas that is not in downtown Dallas.
But this city was established that way, and that city wasn't.
Seems dumb.
I'm surprised. Why didn't it take place in New York?
I totally was thinking.
So
New
I
York
thought
at
it
first.
did. I thought it was like a stock market thing, and
Right,
it
yeah.
did,
But
you
it
know.
is a stock market thing. They did go to New York.
They went to.
Oh,
New
they
York.
did go to New
yeah,
York, you're
but
right.
Philly's not far from New York. It's a
No.
suburb
I
of New
think it
York.
was like I guess what I heard was, and I don't know.
Then
I
you just
can't-
take the train in, right?
I can't confirm this. John Landis said that he did it in Philadelphia just for cheesesteaks. And
Well, that
so
makes sense. That
they
makes sense.
and so they didn't. They again. That's on one of the rumor things.
That and cream cheese.
How about the intro to this whole movie with him just getting his breakfast ready and like just coming in and like making everything so perfect and just your breakfast, and then just shaving him and putting his suit on and then putting the car door and to me, I thought this fucking guy hated this guy. I really did. I thought that Coleman just thought Winthrop was the worst person in the world.
I think he did.
No, it turned no. If you this watch, you find out he doesn't. He in fact he calls.
No, I think he changes his mind later, after he goes through his metamorphosis.
Right.
I
Yeah,
think
but
he
at
did
that
hate
time
him.
He hated him. It was
I
not
agree.
like a.
I think he hated him at first. He went through all the shit, and then he had a little empathy for him, and then he was like, "Okay, you see what I'm going through now. You're okay.
Yeah, he
now.
liked
You're
Eddie
with
Murphy.
me."
Eddie Murphy
Yeah.
said thank you to him.
Exactly.
He hated this guy.
He
Yeah.
obviously didn't like him because he turned on a dime.
On a dime.
He's like, "You want me to fuck this
Yeah.
guy over? Okay."
Yeah, Dukes, no problem.
Well, that's his employer.
I don't even know who the fuck you are.
But he does call them. That's the thing. He's told to do that because that's his job. They're his boss, right? So when they finally call him and tell him to do that,
It makes no sense that that's his boss. You
Well,
would think that
it's the Duke's house too.
Yeah, that makes no sense at all. Okay, Winthrop is making all this money. He can't pay for his own house.
It's a perk. It's like a car.
So in that, obviously I'm skipping ahead,
Maybe.
but that's what we're talking about right now.
Right.
But the Dukes own everything. They own the vases. They own everything in there. They own. This guy works for them. When he takes that phone call and he's like, "Oh, we're doing a scientific." Okay, well, it's your house.
Yeah, I guess it could
Hold
be
on.
like you get a
And he
car, you
hangs
get a
up.
house.
Hold on, and he hangs up, and he goes, "What a scumbag!" Talking about the fucking Dukes
Right.
is what I'm saying.
Right.
I think
So
he doesn't like any of them.
maybe okay. So
True.
now we're just getting into a deeper conversation than what I was trying to say. Anyway, the you would think though that this guy would just fucking loathe this dude to the point of like, fuck him, but he isn't. He, again, there's some sort of sympathy that does come in there to where
Sure.
eventually he
Agreed.
fucking loves the guy. So, good morning, Mr. Dukes. I mean, like just the whole good morning thing. This guy, watching Winthrop walk through the office initially, and like everybody saying goodbye. I mean, I fucking hate this guy. I hate him. I hate him so much. Now, does anybody know how any of this shit actually works?
No.
Because I took a class on this in college,
I worked in
and
a
I
hedge
don't know
fund.
shit.
I worked in a hedge fund for 2 years.
Yeah.
It's still a complete mystery to me.
Yeah. I don't think anybody knows what's happening.
On purpose. I think that's by design.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I kind of understand the futures thing, but I didn't understand a thing what they were doing on the floor.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
So
We'll wait to get into that because I have a lot to say about
Totally fine. All right. So, but Winthorpe does end up selling. Dan Aykroyd sells the shit. They sell it when he makes them $350 million or $350,000 right then, and literally within 5 minutes of this fucking movie, they're ready to just sell this guy down the river. Like these guys
for
are the
$1.
These guys are the fucking worst. You know. So one thing that we saw in that clip, and you edited it out though, but I love when the guy comes and he goes, "Oh, Ezra." The guy's like bringing him their tea or whatever, and he goes, I bet you thought I forgot your Christmas bonus." And he just gives him a $5 bill, and he just goes, "Oh, great. Maybe I'll go to the movies by myself." And then his brother's like, "Yeah, that's from me too."
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Both of us.
It's so silly. All right, now we get a red flag on this check that they're signing for this guy that he doesn't know. And guess what, guys? I have to pee.
Me too, thank God. We're one clip in.
Oh, I'd love to help you, man, but I ain't seen nothing since I stepped on that landmine in Viet Cong back in 72. It was rough, very painful.
You were in Nam? So were we. Where?
I was in, Sang Bang, Dangang, I was all over that place, basically, a lot of places.
What unit were you in?
I was with the Green Beret, Special Unit Battalion's, Commando Airborne Tactics, Specialist Tactics, Unit Battalion. Yeah, it was real hush-hush. I was Agent Orange, that was my name, Agent Orange, Special Agent Orange, that was me.
Airborne, huh?
Ooh! I can see! I can see! I have legs! Oh, shit, look at this! Man, I can walk! Jesus! Praise Jesus! I appreciate this. Oh, this is
Watch his
beautiful.
face.
I can't believe. Thank you. I don't know
Oh, yeah,
what you're doing.
Now, did you
Your
guys...
camera's all jacked up.
Oh, shit. Wait.
You bumped it when you went out.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, you moved it over.
It bumped.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God
It's
damn
not.
it.
It just needs to be going down a little bit.
There's no way I did all that with one bump.
You did it.
You did it, dude.
I totally did that with one bump.
That's
Well, look at you.
That's how powerful you are.
Yeah.
God
You've been
damn
working
Man of
out-
steel.
Have you been working out?
You're very
Look
potent.
at that.
Man of
Very-
steel.
You've been
very
working out.
potent.
Now, do I still look good, though?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Just like your boys.
That's some inside neighbor joke right there.
Apparently.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, did you guys notice that when he's blind, he's doing Eddie Murphy doing Stevie Wonder?
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, he's like doing his head back and forth or whatever. Like, you the motherfucker been doing Stevie Wonder? Oh man. So obviously the setup to this movie is he innocently bumps into Winthorpe, you know, and Winthorpe is such a fucking asshole that he's just like, robbery, he's robbing me, you know, and you know, have you guys ever been mugged or like robbed or anything?
No.
So
I've willingly given money to people
yeah, I've done that.
that's stolen from
I've
me
been
that I didn't
robbed,
realize it
but
was going
not
to happen.
face to face robbed.
So I caught a kid pickpocketing Gary one time
Oh wow.
going into a McDonald's.
I'm
and
always paranoid about that.
so
when I
and the
travel.
thing was I just knew. I mean, and it was weird because I'm like front pockets only, whatever. And this kid sticks his hand in and that wallet's coming out, and I like grab that kid's wrist and I just go, no. Right?
Did you put his nose in it?
You should have.
Did he do it again?
Into Gary's butt?
Yeah.
And the kid just fucking took off running or whatever, and I just fucking handed Gary his wallet. It was crazy.
Out of his
It was
front
like
pocket?
no. He had put it in his back pocket. So that was the thing is like, I kept telling the guys, I'm like, dude, front pockets, we're in a busy city.
Where were you?
And Manchester, UK. walking into a McDonald's, man, and I fucking caught this fucker.
Do you?
What'd you get for lunch that day?
I believe I got the 2 cheeseburger meal.
Did you?
Yeah.
So it was some fucking Oliver
That's
Twist
a lot
shit,
of
right?
bread. Why would you get the 2 cheeseburger meal?
'Cause
Why
I
wouldn't
like
you
to-
get like a double quarter pounder with cheese?
Well, this was many years ago. I was really skinny, and I didn't care about carbs at the time.
Okay.
You know, I was carb loading.
All
I
right.
had
I think it's a Royale. It's not a quarter pounder.
when
That's
I worked
true.
at the bookstore in high school, 2 kids came in, and I was putting up books or something, and they grabbed my purse and just ran. I'd just gotten paid in cash that
Ah.
day. It was really, really fucked up.
That sucks.
In cash.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was like,
What were you doing? You
Under
paid in
the
cash.
under
working
the
at a
table.
bookstore.
Wow.
What
So
kind of
the-
bookstore?
Being 14, running a bookstore.
This scene obviously unfolds into a whole chase, and he goes through the whole fucking place where he's not supposed to be, and he ends up on the floor inside. One of it's such an iconic scene, and there are 3 of them in this movie.
Mhm.
All Eddie Murphy.
Sure.
Of like things that you see in like historic movies, 80s movies or whatever, but the whole like gun. Is there a problem, officer? Like you just see that shit in montages all the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, this is Eddie Murphy at his best. This is just he was on fucking fire.
Agreed.
Better
He-
than the Golden Child?
He
I
did
don't know.
he goes the Golden Child's so good. He goes, I want the knife. Please. Oh man, you got a little something right there. You better get that before it frees up and you cut yourself. So good. So my favorite thing about Eddie Murphy back in that day was he did a stand up, and it only came out on LP, and I had it. And he basically comes up on stage and he just goes, "Yeah, y'all be seeing me on Saturday Night Live and all this. Those of you, your grandparents who brought your kids over here to see Gumby, y'all in for some shit." And that's just like start of the show, and it's just like he's Gumby, he's buckwheat, but this guy's a dirty fucking comic and one of the greatest ever.
Yeah.
That man is a product of a poor environment. There's absolutely nothing wrong with him. I can prove it.
Of course there's something wrong with him. He's a Negro.
Oh, Jesus
Probably been
Christ.
stealing since he could crawl.
Given the right surroundings and encouragement, I'll bet that man could run our company as well as your young Winthorpe.
Are we talking about a wager, Randolph? I suppose you think Winthorpe, say if he were to lose his job, would resort to holding up people on the streets?
No, I don't think just losing his job would be enough for Winthorpe. I think we'd have to heap a little more misfortune on those narrow shoulders.
So the context of this conversation is this. No, he doesn't have to just lose his job. Let's fucking fuck this guy over
Yeah, it
completely.
won't be enough. It won't be
Yeah.
enough for him just to lose it, which is true. I don't think it would be enough. He'd go off and
Get
get
another
hired
job.
someone else. Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to.
Hey,
Yeah,
They need to take By the
everything.
way, completely impossible, I would think, to freeze all of his accounts and stuff. But whatever.
What did I mean, back then it was just it's 83. They go to the bank and he's just like, I'm gonna have to take your credit cards too. It's like, yeah, you're not getting dick from me.
Fuck you.
I think the way
Talk
they
to
did
my
that,
lawyer.
the way they did that is they pinned the drug stuff on him, and then they got the FBI
Right,
or the
right.
DA involved.
Yeah, I'm sure that it's more of a I have friends in high
Yeah.
places that made this happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But just
The whole Negro
that
thing.
list. So that's the second time they said that.
That's the second time?
Second time because they say it again. They say it.
Well, this is the first
The
time.
first
they say it
time
at
of
the end,
two,
yeah.
you mean?
Okay, is this the first time?
Yeah.
Well, they say the full-on N-word later. We'll get
Later,
to that.
yeah.
But, yeah. Do they say Negro?
No, they say Negro twice.
twice. Okay.
Yeah. Did I just say
They
that?
go. It's okay to say Negro as long as you're not calling someone. It's not okay to say the N-word.
Okay.
I
Well,
think
anyway,
that's the rule.
this is anyway.
I could
so
be wrong.
here's a little bit more lighthearted comedy. So Casey during this thing, she just goes, "I wish I could have a wager with someone named Randolph," and I just go, "You can, Gary."
I actually said, I wonder what it'd be like at some point to be so just like white and rich that I could have a wager with a guy named Randolph. He would just make
why
a
is
bet
it
with
gotta
Gary.
be white? Why can't
Because
it be
Gary Wiseman's
Because
first
only
name is
a white
Randolph.
guy is gonna have a wager with Randolph. Jesus Christ.
So, did you know that Gary's name is Randolph?
Yes, I knew
yeah.
that.
So
I'd forgotten.
I
but
go,
you
just
had told me
place
that.
a bet with him. So this is where the conversation happens. Yes, Mr. Duke. Oh, a scientific experiment. I shall make the necessary arrangements. What a scumbag. And he loses his English accent when he says that. You know, it's like the whole thing is a fucking act.
Yeah.
This Coleman, you know. So I fucking love. So this is one of my favorite lines that I say all the time when he's in jail. Eddie Murphy's in jail and he's just holding court there, and you know he's just like, you know, he goes, "I'm a chain belt in kung fu."
So the guy that's standing on his left
Yeah.
in the prison cell, you know who that is?
The guy from Breaking Bad.
The guy from Breaking Bad.
Oh, no, I
the
didn't know that.
Chicken Man.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
He's
show.
like one of the most iconic figures in TV ever. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, we're losing.
Why don't you
that.
plug that in?
We're losing that.
What are you micing that from across the room?
Yeah, I guess so.
Try it again. No.
That's weird.
Jared, I think if you watch the first episode of Breaking Bad, you'd be hooked bad.
That is super
You've seen
weird.
a couple episodes, haven't you?
I mean, I'm just kidding. I don't know you at all.
What happened?
Weird. I don't know.
I saw like 5.
iPad's gone, I guess. Yeah.
Is it just turned down?
No. No, it's all the way up.
It's got to be the cord.
So that
There it is.
Ugh.
is the cord.
There it is.
Roadhouse.
Boom.
Damn.
The wonder of editing.
Yeah, exactly.
You were gonna say something?
I just want this as is it a GIF or a GIF?
Neither.
Okay, so I just want you to do this for
It's
me.
a. If.
Just like, but like focus in on me, and I just.
Oh, GIF. Yeah. No, you can't do audio on a GIF though.
Oh, because people have to add their own shit to it.
Yeah.
I got it.
It's fine.
It's fine.
But he goes, so but just the characters in that jail cell. He goes, you know, they brought you in here. You were screaming like a girl, and then there's the one guy that just goes, yeah.
Everything he
Yeah.
says is yeah.
But my favorite line in this entire movie is this one. I say it all the time. This is where the whole water karate thing comes from. I actually
Is it
thought,
really?
Yeah, I actually thought that I got this from 48 Hours, and I actually have had the line fucked up my whole life. He goes, "A karate man bruise on the inside," but I have always said, "I'm a karate man. Karate man bleed on the inside," right?
Right.
So anyway, that's where the whole "I'm a karate man" came from.
Okay.
That's where water karate became a thing. And
Well,
it
how did
all
the water
stems-
get added?
It's fucking water karate, Rich. It's how I practice. Jesus Christ. I love that they said jive turkey in this. You know,
Yeah.
it's
I wish that we'd go back to saying jive a lot more. I like jive.
Yeah, I agree.
Airplane.
Oh, yes.
I speak jive.
Stewardess, I speak jive.
Yeah, that was good.
So they get him into so the Dukes get Eddie Murphy into the limousine.
I did try to bring that word back on the Alien podcast for my alternate synopsis, but no one thought that was funny at all.
Right. And if you want to keep this podcast going, stop doing what you just did. Nobody cares. No, I just mean if like going forward, because like Will has 26 minutes and we've 11 clips.
I will expire.
Jesus. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking about that. We're not really on time. He stayed an extra hour last week.
That's true.
30 minutes.
Totally fine. Yeah, it's all the same.
He counted 30
So but they get him into the limousine or whatever, and he leans up to the black dude who's driving. He goes, "This is a practical joke," and the guy just shakes his head no. And he goes, "These are a couple of faggots then," right? And Casey just automatically, "Holy shit, they can say that too." It's like all of these '80s movies is just stuff that you can't say anymore.
Yeah, the whole movie, I'm just like, can't do that anymore. Can't do that anymore.
Well, wait a minute. Is that good or bad? I
Is
don't
it
know.
good or bad? What as far
Yeah,
as
we-
film is concerned? Well, but you get away with other stuff. There's a trade. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
could say
now they
penis
sho-
and vagina.
Now
Yeah.
they show full
Oh.
frontal male nudity.
Yes. So much better.
Dicks for
A
everyone.
faggot. It's a bundle-
everybody
It's a
loves.
gay man's world.
It's a cigarette. It's a right. It's a bundle of sticks that they use to burn homosexuals.
Jesus Christ, so much better. Clip.
Oh, sorry. I was looking up something for later. But actually, that carries on, right? Because he goes, he meets Randolph, and he goes, Randolph, like, I just call Randy, like Randy Jackson from the Jackson 5, right? You know, like, the fuck? And the guy doesn't even know what to say to him. So they get him into the bathtub, and there's this butler, like, walking around this homeless guy, you know, like, and he just goes, jacuzzi, sir? He goes, I knew there were a couple of faggots, right? And then
You can't
it's
say
the
that.
greatest Eddie Murphy
Casey,
line.
tell him you can't
No,
say
it's
that.
the greatest. This is what he said.
Oh.
One of the. Oh my god, it's so fucking funny when he just goes, no, and then he turns the jacuzzi on or whatever. And he goes, oh man, back when I was growing up, we had to fight in the tub to make this happen. It's so fucking funny. God, it's funny. Let's just fucking talk about it right now. How do you guys feel like this movie aged? Because I feel like it aged amazing. For 83, this movie I thought was funny. I don't feel like anything was outdated at all, except for maybe just like, well, Muffy, you know, like that kind of shit.
And a couple N-bombs.
And a couple of
Yeah.
N-bombs.
Yeah,
You know?
I wasn't super comfortable with that, but I was entertained the entire time. I thought I was not gonna be. I didn't think it aged well.
The pacing is awesome.
I thought
The pacing is great.
It's
so
perfect.
So
It's
I'm
perfect.
with you, but so here
It didn't age well, but
I-
I was entertained the entire time. I was never bored the entire time. But I don't think it aged well in terms of this movie could be released today and be
well,
just as
no,
good.
no.
Yeah.
But
There
that-
are some movies that could be
But
released
that's
today.
that's not how movies age, though. A movie, like whenever I say this movie aged well, it means it's still watchable. Obviously, The Burbs didn't fucking make it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like
The blackface was tough.
that was tough.
Yeah, that was
Agreed.
Weird too.
I'm not watching this movie.
Actually-
I'm not watching this movie with my 20-year-old daughter.
Totally agree. But you would watch it with 5 dudes on a tour bus, and everybody laugh.
Not on purpose.
Okay.
I mean, it was entertaining. I didn't mind watching it. It was.
I actually thought
Yeah,
the
this
whole
was-
train car was bullshit. By the way, but
yeah,
I mean,
it's
I'll,
ridiculous. Yeah.
but
Yeah, this is another one of those movies that I always say is like a homesick movie that would just randomly be on TV version, and that's whenever I saw this movie. Like, I don't think I'd ever like go out of my way to watch it.
I'm never gonna recommend this movie to anybody to watch.
oh yeah.
I'm not gonna go, dude. You haven't seen Trading. I almost said Spaces. Goddamn.
I would
Trading
recommend
Places.
Trading Spaces. They do
I-
some interesting.
I
things.
would
you
never
do-
recommend
You
it.
do
With
understand
wall
this
art.
is considered one of the greatest comedies
agree.
of all time.
I agree.
So I think
just
what
don't-
I'm saying is
I
that
wouldn't
like,
recommend it.
agreed. I didn't think I was gonna like it at all. I was really surprised that I did.
I
Yeah.
liked
I was
Eddie
surprised
Murphy
that-
in every scene he was in, which
Yeah.
was most of the scenes.
I think I
but I liked
realized-
him. I just liked Eddie Murphy.
that like I would get really uncomfortable with drunk Santas. Don't know why. Hate them. Really not into it. The overly drunk Santa thing, they do it in a lot of movies. Grosses
Yeah.
me out. Makes me feel gross.
What about high maintenance Santa like we had last
is
year at our
gross.
party?
Santa Dave, he was real sweaty.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
I agree with you. Like
Yeah, I
that
don't like
wigged
it.
me out. I don't like the beard being
It's
all nasty and dirty.
wet. And,
I felt
ugh,
very
gross.
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I don't like
agree
that.
with you.
I think that's what they were going for.
I know,
Rich?
but it just went on too long, and I'm like, I don't even want to
yeah,
watch this.
it
Well-
made me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Rich, as you would say to me, we're not there yet.
Well, William, what do you think?
I like it, Randy. It's very nice. I like the way you got the mirrors and stuff hooked up over there. It's very pretty. I like that. I like that mirror.
I don't think he understands, Randolph.
Oh, but Monty, I do understand. I do.
William.
Yes.
This is your home.
Uh-huh. Right.
It belongs to you.
Yeah, all this is mine. I like my home. It's very nice. I have very nice tasting house. I like
Everything you see in this room is yours now.
Uh-huh. This is my stuff.
Your own personal property.
Yeah, my own personal shit.
You understand?
This is mine. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, you know what I like most about my place, Randy? The curtains, man. Look at the curtains. It's beautiful the way I got this place set up, man. This is something else I like for me, man. You know, I can really dig this, Randy. You know why? This kind of thing happens to me every week.
This is your house. These are your personal possessions. You will only be stealing from yourself.
Look, first you throw my ass in jail, right? Then you're gonna drive me out here and start running some garbage to me about this is my house, this is my personal rug, and then you're gonna tell me this is my personal slave, too.
This was by far the best scene in the movie, and I think this is classic Eddie doing his thing. And I would be surprised if he didn't write the scene or rewrite the scene. Like, oh, we're gonna say this, and he just said, "Well, I'm gonna do it like this."
Right.
This was so Eddie Murphy.
Yeah,
it was great.
Fantastic. One of the best scenes in the movie for sure for me too.
Yeah. I mean, besides the booby scenes.
Yeah, all of those were good.
Oh God.
You know, obviously, I guess we'll get into
Jesus
that.
Christ.
Yeah,
that's something you don't get these
you
days
said
either.
Jesus Christ. Exactly. I thought the same thing. I'm like, okay, well, wait a minute. They're gonna say the N word, and we get to see all of those things. What is happening? What was going on in 1983? I was fucking.
And this was probably PG.
It was definitely not PG. So, again, it's funny how they rationalize everything. So he does the vase, he breaks the vase, and he's like, you know, what is that? You know, some cheap vase or whatever. Yeah, I think we paid $35,000 for it. He's like, oh shit. Yeah, but we insured it for $50,000. You know?
You just made
And
us.
you just made us.
Fucking rich people.
$15,000. So then we get the Breakfast Club teacher enters in, right? And
yeah,
the guy from the Breakfast Club. What's his name? Did I say his name earlier?
Yeah, you did.
Why didn't you fucking highlight that?
Why would I?
Because I would have talked about it. Paul Gleason.
Paul Gleason.
Yeah.
He's Jackie Gleason's
Paul Gleason, who was not Jackie Gleason's son.
son. He's not.
He is also not highlighted on my notes.
No.
So that I could tell you earlier that he was in the Breakfast Club and played the teacher guy.
He's the stereotypical this guy.
Yeah, he's
the dickhead.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Yeah, that's what he does.
That's his whole.
And he does it really well.
Every person that gets in his way gets pushed.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, the payphone thing. Fuck off.
Physically just pushed out of the way. Yeah, I agree.
So amazing. Wait, it's Rod and James tonight.
Yeah,
he
it's
even
Rod
told
and
me that
James.
it was. Oh shit! I just tried to call Jared Spear again because I got so excited. All right, let me get a hold of Rod and James here.
It's Rod and James and David Murray, I think.
David Murray,
Yeah.
one of our original guys, and you
God
forgot.
damn it.
Holy
I'm
shit!
all
Wait,
fucked
hold
up.
on. We already have a thing set up with them.
Okay, do it.
Greedo shot first.
Unbelievable. All right, guys. We're 30 minutes in. We're running late, but it was a rough bedtime for the wife, and she is downstairs hammered right now. I'm totally kidding. I just said that because I know she's listening. All right, guys. We're gonna play a game now. This is a game called 5 Questions, where the high score is I can't. Sorry, dude. Okay, let me take this again. This is a game. Don't edit this out. This is a game called 5 Questions, where we ask you 6 questions and the high score is 7. All right, now were both of you guys able to watch the movie Trading Places?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, man, that is fantastic news. That is 3 weeks in a row after an 8-week slump that the people participating in the program
an 8-week
were.
slump.
Yeah, I just fucking made up a number. I wondered if anybody was going to fact check me on it.
Probably
Don't
3
fucking
months.
fact check me. By the way, you can get "Don't fucking fact check me" on a shirt without the fucking on our store. All right, guys, we're going to talk about the movie Trading Places, 1983. Goodness gracious, that was a long time ago. In the movie Trading Places, question number 1, in the movie Trading Places, Jamie Lee Curtis says that she is a 25-year-old woman trying to make it and trying to do some stuff and get some life shit going on. Was she younger, older, or actually 25 in this movie? This is a tough question. Was she younger, older, or actually 25 in this question, in this movie? I got it. All right, guys. Are both of you writing it down? I'm going to have to ask Dave Murray to go first each time this week. Younger, he says younger on his grocery list, number 1. And let's go to Rod and James. Older. I'm sorry. The answer is actually younger. She was 23 years old when she made this. She
someone get it
did
right?
look older. Yeah. So Dave Murray got it right. So we both looked at each other, Casey and I, and we'll talk about this during the movie. I'll go on to the second question. Question number 2 deals with the movie Trading Places. That's right, Trading Places. Trading Places takes place in what major U.S. city? What major U.S. city does Trading Places take place in? It's a different city than I thought it was.
Little handicap for someone that doesn't live in the United States.
I know, but he went to school here, and
okay.
he knows what he's talking about.
All right.
We'll see what happens. Okay, here we go. We're going to go with Dave Murray's writing his answers down. I'm going to give him one chance not to cheat. He says Philadelphia anyway. He said, fuck it, put his answer on the screen. Rodon James, Philadelphia is correct. That's right. They also make a delicious cream cheese, an awesome cheesesteak, and also are the worst football fans in the NFL.
Wait, what's their team?
The Eagles.
Oh.
They're fucking just assholes. They're actually not worse
I
than
thought
the
that was
Raiders.
Seattle.
The Raiders are no, Seattle are okay fans.
No, I mean I thought the Eagles were Seattle.
No, they're the Seahawks. They're both birds.
Oh, yeah, they're both birds.
There's a bunch of birds. There's
a lot of birds.
yeah.
I know falcons because that's where I'm from.
That's a bird.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to keep going with
Yeah,
sports
that's
or
fine.
The Rams.
the Rams are not birds?
Oh.
No. All right, so we have a 2-1 game here. David Murray is leading Rodon James 2-1 going into question number 3, guys. Question number 3, and by the way, both of you are looking great tonight. Question number 3 about the movie Trading Places. The business that the Waldorfs, what are they called? The Dukes. The businesses the Dukes are in are trading many things. That includes gold. It includes orange juice. It includes a lot of different things from farms. But what is it that Winthorpe first trades that makes us know that he is the shit? What is it that he first trades? They actually say it 6 times. The very first of the movie. It looks like both of them know what it is. We're going to go to Rodon James first because, again, I'm giving Dave Murray the benefit of the doubt. Pork bellies, he says. We'll go to Dave Murray. Pork bellies. Bacon is correct. It is now 3-2. We're going into question number 4. Guys, I'm actually making this really hard. Thank you for actually being worthwhile contestants. If Wendy were on this show right now, she would already have said, fuck you, Rich. All right. Was that question number... That was 3. It's
Okay.
3-2.
That's
All right.
7,
Going into
right.
question number 4. Question number 4 deals with the movie Trading Places. This movie stars Eddie Murphy, Dan Aykroyd, and what rumored hermaphrodite?
Oh, no.
That's right. A lot of rumors have gone around about her being a hermaphrodite.
I need to go back and change my Richter scale.
Was it he or she?
She's not, though. You
I
can't-
know.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, let's go to Rodon James first. What rumored hermaphrodite?
I gotta say, I don't think I heard that one, but that must...
All right, Jamie Lee Curtis, he says. Dave Murray. Jamie Lee Curtis is correct. Yes, it's been a big rumor for a very long time that she was born with both sets of genitalia, right?
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
they picked that she was. I feel like they made the right decision.
Yeah, because those boobs would have looked terrible on a guy.
Jesus Christ, those are real.
Yeah,
Those
totally
are
real.
crazy.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right, question number 5, guys, and this is a fantastic game that we're having right here. It is now 4-3. David Murray with a commanding lead going into this next question. The next question is about, of course, the movie Beverly Hills Cop. I'm kidding, it's not really. It's about the movie Trading Places. The movie Trading Places, during the Christmas party, Dan Aykroyd dresses up as what fabled Christmas character in order to find himself at the buffet? What fabled Christmas character does Dan Aykroyd dress up as
Krampus.
during the Duke Christmas party? I'm hoping one of you said Herman from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I will even accept the dentist for bonus points. All right, we'll go to Dave Murray first. Santa, he says. Rod and James. Santa Claus. That is correct. All right, Dave Murray has swept it again. Back in the day, Dave Murray would have found himself on the never-existing board of Triumph. That board does not exist anymore. And so now we have... what's that?
I'm gutted to have got that first one wrong, because, you know, that line, I've always thought, whenever she said that line, every time I've watched it, I've always thought, she's way older than that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. That's the reason why I thought that was a good question. All right, okay, where are we at now? Dave Murray, now, welcome back to 5 questions.
It's your third nipple.
I think we're on the bonus question.
Yeah, so now we will go to, guys, here's the thing, and you both get a chance at this.
Can they hear me?
No, but I'll just repeat it.
Okay.
Can you guys hear him, actually?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Rod and James can hear you if you talk like that. All right, so now it's time for Rich's bonus question.
All right, I'm going to read the answer first and then give you the question after you guess. Okay, you ready? 0 horsepower, because I would never do that. 1.2 horsepower, because it's not that big of a deal. Or 1,550 horsepower, because you need extreme tools for an extreme job. Those are your options for the answers.
All right, I was not listening. So, what do they got to do? They got to come up with the question first?
No. I'm going to give them the question after they pick an answer.
All right, so what are their choices?
0 horsepower.
0 horsepower.
Because I would never do that.
And is it you or is it them saying that?
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
1.2 horsepower, because it's not that big of a deal. Or 1,550 horsepower, because you need extreme tools for an extreme job.
All right. Guys, I don't know. So I just picked
Can we
A,
call
B.
it A, B, C, or D?
Yeah, we're going to...
Yeah, A, B, C, or D.
Same page, baby. So A, B, C... There's D?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
A, B,
there's
or C.
A, B, or C.
Man, it sounded like at least 4 questions.
Jesus Christ. He's doing his own game of 5 questions over there called 4 questions.
It's always
where
the
I've
same.
already asked you 5 questions. And he calls his 4 questions the bonus question.
It's a damn shame when there ain't no D.
Fucking Will. Happy Will is back. It's weird. Fucking weird as shit.
All right, do they have an answer yet?
Do you guys both have answers? Dave Murray, what is your answer?
Maximum horsepower.
Maximum horsepower, he says. Rod on James, what did you say?
We go for A.
He went with
0.
A.
He went with 0. Okay. All right, Dave Murray got it correct.
All right, Dave Murray is now leading 6-4.
The question is...
All right.
What's the horsepower needed on the engine you'd use to motorboat Jamie Lee Curtis's boobs?
1,000 horsepower?
You need extreme tools for an extreme job.
I feel like if
Okay?
it would it's too much vibration in your face.
I don't care.
What if it
Yeah.
like
We'll figure it out.
I don't know,
damaged her breasts? That
All right, guys.
seems like a nightmare.
Okay, Will. Will relax over there.
Plus your
Jeez.
lips, man, they would just fly apart.
Your lips are a big concern here. It really is.
We'll worry about that after.
All right, guys. Now here's the thing. Here's where we stand right now. We have Dave Murray with, of course, a perfect 6. I will say this for sure. He did not cheat tonight. He did not cheat with a legitimate 6. We have Rod on James with a 4. That means we are now going into Will's super hard bonus question.
Super hard question.
God damn it. Will's
You
super
thought he got
hard
it right.
question.
In my notes,
He
it
was
says,
all celebrating.
In my notes, it says bonus question.
Yeah, it's got to be a bonus.
No one, who wrote your notes?
I did.
Okay.
All right, so Will's super hard question. Now, Rod and James, you get, of course, to pick the category. If you get this right, you negate the 6 questions that Dave Murray got right, and you win. All right, so here we go. Let's see if you can hear Will. Go ahead, Will.
Okay. The categories are...
Can you hear him? They can hear you, buddy.
Science.
Animals.
Movies. Sports. And sex.
All right, Rod and James, you know the categories. Go ahead and pick one. Now remember, choose wisely because you could win it all.
Okay. Let's go for movies.
Ah, Jesus.
He's going to go movies,
Okay.
Will.
Name the Star Wars character performed by an actor in Trading Places.
Ooh. Name the Star Wars character performed by an actor in the movie Trading Place. Oh, shit. I know what it is. I fucking got one, guys. I fucking know exactly what it is.
I have this weird feeling that you don't know what it is.
I feel like you don't either.
I got it. I guarantee I'll get it. Dave Murray thinks he has it.
Eddie Murphy is not Lando Calrissian.
He's right. I didn't have it.
All right.
Rod and James, you are going to absolutely kick yourself in the ass if you don't get this right.
Okay. I swear I saw the name Earl Jones in the cast list, which makes me say Darth Vader.
I'm sorry.
But
No, that's not correct.
No, that is James
That's
Earl
his
Jones.
dad or something.
I'm going to go ahead and Dave Murray, I know you have it, but I'm going to fuck it. I got it because they don't think I have it.
Do it.
Frank Oz played Yoda.
Yoda.
Yeah.
Frank Oz is the cop that's taking his shit.
That's right, and he sounds like Fozzie Bear.
It's not really fair because you're staring at the cast list right now.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're not.
Look
You're
at my
right.
screen.
Yeah, you're right.
It's
you're
right there. No, I got it because I knew that it was a Muppet, and I even told Casey when he came on, I go, dude, that's Fozzie Bear right there. She goes, I'm not familiar with the Muppets. That's a true story. It's fucking Fozzie Bear.
He wasn't my favorite.
Moving right along. You know, it's like
I know which one. We listen to the song in the car, but
we do like that song. Alkaline Trio does an amazing version of that, by the way. It's really fucking good. All right, guys. Rod and James, it took 54 minutes for you to be defeated this badly. But it is not only did he get all 6 questions correct, he then swept in and knew the bonus question. It is a horrific defeat before fireworks night for you. And
may have God have mercy on your soul.
we love you. I'll be talking to you
Fireworks
soon.
night.
I have hit me up on Monday for those MP3s, please, because I will be away from the computer on the weekend. Dave Murray, I will see you in a few short weeks, sir, and we shall hang. We may make some plans. I don't know. I think Rich is probably thinking the same thing that I am. We might do some sort of a little meetup sort of situation.
I'm
or
game.
Something. So we'll get it figured out. And
Is Lindsay coming too?
We shall hang. Yeah,
we'll
the
go to
wife's-
dinner at 6, and then we'll actually eat food at 11:30.
Is Lindsay gonna be nice to me?
I'm probably not
Have you
invited.
not met her before?
I'm just
She's
saying.
literally the nicest person in the world.
I know, but she doesn't like
I
me
know,
that
but Rich
much.
can bring out,
Yeah, you're right.
all
I
types
have
of
an
things in
effect
nice
on
people.
That's true. That is true. All right, guys. Y'all have a fantastic holiday. And thank you for being part of Jaret Goes to the Movies.
Bye, guys.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, guys.
Y'all be good. Thank you.
See ya.
We marked 3 $50 bills with red X's. Less than 10 minutes ago, those bills were stolen from a coat in the cloakroom. One of our operatives witnessed the theft.
Now wait a minute. I've never seen this money before in my life. Randolph, Mortimer, this is outrageous. What are you doing? I haven't done anything wrong.
Oh, Winthrop. I'm glad your parents are not alive to see this.
At that point, as an adult male watching this movie for the first time in many years, I just looked at my wife and I said, that's really, really fucked up. He just basically told the guy that you're like everything that your parents lived for and like all this shit, like all this stuff that they passed out for you, like for over 3 fucking $50 bills.
Right.
Fuck you. Everything's gone, and we can just take it away like that.
Yeah.
So I do call bullshit.
I call bullshit on this whole society club thing. Like, that's a lot of people for a long time. Like, how do... Okay, anybody else in a fraternity in college or anything? No?
I wasn't allowed. I went to a couple parties though.
I am in a rock band.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense because
threefold
there's
there.
4 total people in a fraternity. You're in a group. You're in a club of like 20 to 100 people. You don't get along with everybody, and there starts to become factions, and then those split, and you're like half the people don't like those half the people, and you're like, fuck you, I'm gonna go do my own thing. And like if you're in this kind of a club that's like generation up for generation, at some point someone's gonna go, fuck this shit, fuck your rules, fuck your protocol, fuck all that bullshit, I'm gonna go do my own thing. I don't know how these things exist over a long period of time is what I'm getting at. It seems bullshit to me.
Power and influence.
Well, I figure the only way to do it is to get into the club. You have to like kill someone, so they have like blackmail. You know what I mean? It's like you have you have to cut her head off, so that we have blackmail, so that you can never go against it.
Now, these
something
guys,
like that.
These people's like great grandfather killed somebody. You know,
or something like that. Yeah.
Which apparently
there's got to be blackmail.
My mom says
material.
my great granddad used to kill people all the time.
Well, he was Indian, right?
No.
Scalping?
No, he just fucking scalped the shit out of people. Just walking down the street like the fucking Tampa Bay serial killer.
No, he was
just
fine.
like scalping
I mean,
people
back
and
when it
shit.
was legal
No.
to do it.
Back when it was legal to do it.
Oh my god. So no, yeah. I mean,
Oh yeah, I'm in the same. Paul Schmaus is in the chat room. We're fraternity brothers.
have these ever existed? These clubs? And what's the point of going?
Well, there's
there?
the Skull
Hold
and
on.
Bones,
No, but what
right?
do you do
that
there?
like Bush
You
was
sit in a large,
Yeah.
like semicircle,
The
in a
Freemason.
row
To do what?
to hold hands and reach into each other's pockets.
What, like smoke cigars, drink brandy?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
It
Like,
just seems bullshitty to me.
you know that you can go to a fucking bar and do that and like leave and like eat a vagina.
I'm pretty sure it's just one of those cases
You're
of like
a cannibal.
underground rich guy situation, and usually you have to put your left hand on your partner's shoulder and your right hand in their pants.
In their pocket. Oh,
With their pants.
Roadhouse.
Put a little hole in there.
They're just in there.
that's the fucking funniest thing that's been said this month, by the way. She's fucking, dude, she just does that shit to me all day.
He doesn't,
Fucking-
think, he doesn't think it's funny when I'm not here, though.
What? What did you say?
Nothing.
You hush up. You know what? You don't eat tomorrow. How about that?
Oh no.
Well, that's right. No, you don't eat tomorrow.
Yeah, clearly he doesn't feed me.
I didn't mention this before, but the funniest fucking thing on this show is when Will goes, "Oh no!"
Oh shit! I haven't even fucking gotten to my notes on this one. What
But
happened?
seriously, like, they can't
That's
even
fine.
talk to each other. It's
Next
like a
clip.
huge semicircle of just old white guys.
Next,
I don't understand it.
he said,
It's like when they say, like in the that joke about the Last Supper. It's like, can we get a table for 26? Yeah, we're all going to sit on the same side. Like, you know?
Can you paint a picture while we're eating?
Yeah.
right.
We're just all going to sit on the same side. So we need a table for 26.
Well, they didn't want to break the fourth wall even back then. So the Red X thing, Fozzie the Bear fucking is the guy that checks in his stuff at the jail. There's a bar scene. He makes a party. He's fucking bummed out about the Persian rug from Persia.
Oh, let's stop here, by the way.
Right, and you're glad I did this, right?
Yeah,
because you
'cause
were
I was
trying to
gonna-
get me to move on.
No, I was.
You said next clip. I have some notes. I'm talking about that shit because this is a fucking podcast.
All right, you guys give me shit for saying Oriental because that's just the rug, but my girlfriend is Persian.
Right.
I call her Persian because she's Persian.
Also
Right.
like
That's
a rug.
also a rug.
Yep.
But it's totally fine to call her Persian because she's Persian. Because
Right.
she's from that area of the country known as Persia. And that is the Orient area.
Let me
of it.
ask you this. And,
So
and
why
this is-
isn't this a thing? My thing
this
is
a
it's very
serious- you're
it's a very
saying that she's-
descriptive word that means exactly what everyone understands to mean,
Right.
and it's beautiful.
You're
It's
saying she's
culturally
Persian.
Beautiful.
You're saying she's Persian.
I'm saying she's Persian.
How's her little kitty?
She can't have a cat because her daughter's allergic.
Got it. Okay, that's probably this fucking. Nope, that is not that. What, we got a cord situation happening.
Ah.
Nope. What's going on? Something bad just happened. Something's touching.
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
We're good. All right.
Nobody move.
Nobody get hurt.
So the whole point of that seed though is that he makes this party. He thinks it's cool, and it really is true. It's
Lots
like
of boobs.
once some stuff becomes yours, you know, and you know people are spilling shit on your shit, you know.
Jaret's opening a bill.
Exactly.
Then you fucking care about it.
Yeah.
You
when
know?
it's your parents' house, who cares? When it's
Well,
your
I did.
fucking house.
Did you, have you ever seen my? I was so terrified of my dad. I wouldn't fucking ever.
Well,
have
that's a
anybody.
different reason.
I was so scared of him, man, and like I would have never.
But
done
if you
anything.
weren't scared of him,
I would have not given a shit. Like
Right.
if I'd have grown up with just my mom, I probably still wouldn't have done anything. I was super scared to get in trouble all the time. I don't even fucking like go-karts. You know what I mean? Like I'm
What?
such a pussy.
What happened to you?
Oh, I'm just a vagina.
Did
You
you
are what
grow
you
up?
eat, John. Here's the thing.
What? I would agree.
No, but seriously, I was just always scared to get in trouble. I was scared if I did drugs, I'd OD, and like so I just didn't do anything bad ever.
That's kind of funny. Me too.
Yeah, you bullshit.
No, hell no.
No, you
Not until I came of age.
Yeah, you son of.
And then it was game on.
It's like
Until I was at the legal age to do illegal drugs.
Yeah, well, no,
What
not
is that legal
no.
age?
So I noticed this. I actually noticed this during the movie Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. No, I'm actually not joking.
Oh.
And we watched it the same night we watched this. And you know what's kind of gone away
Claymation?
is the thing where Jesus, I'm so defeated. Is the thing where you just go, Rich, when you keep doing the thing in the mic, I can't keep going.
Laughing?
Yeah, so
That thing that you're doing.
once the joke is over and I'm like, come on, we've been doing this 2 years.
Can't help laugh
Shut
at
up.
her.
You shush.
I try not to pay attention to her. So I don't
Anyway,
laugh.
what I realized was what we don't do anymore is like, you know what we need to do? Is this.
Claymation?
Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. A lot of ear whispering. A lot of
I did
ear
it to Everett.
whispering
He didn't
happens.
get it.
Right?
I was trying to like, and he was just like, "What are you doing?" I'm like,
Did you go claymation?
No, because that's not what I was doing. I was whispering.
Right. See how it feels?
Wait, I'm
Not
lost.
funny
So
when
how
you
does
do
that
it.
tie into this
You're
movie?
right.
Did they do ear whispering?
They
in this
did
movie?
this fucking Beads character. That's all he did was
okay.
whisper in people's ear, and I was just like, that's a thing that we just don't do anymore.
That's true.
So I have a character who only likes to whisper in people's ear, but he whistles his S's, so it sounds like this. Hold on just a second. No. And that's what it sounds like when he whistles. So, like, all people are hearing from across the room is like, wouldn't that be funny?
It would be funny.
It's a good character. That's a fucking good Saturday Night Live skit, right?
Yeah.
The whisperer who whistles his S's. So, hey guys, I got to tell you something.
It would be funny if you could really do the whistling like 1,000 times louder.
I used to be able to, man. My
Didn't it?
fucking teeth. I think so. I had braces, and then I could do it so loud back in the day, and then I.
What do braces have to do with it? That was
Well,
a long time ago. Back
No,
in the
I'm
day.
saying like I could do it back then, but my jaw is kind of moved where I can't do it.
I'll see if I can edit the whistles louder.
No,
post.
don't do it. Fuck it. I don't care anymore. Here we go.
I swear to you, on my honor, with Almighty God as my witness, I am not an angel dust dealer.
Louis. I've been looking everywhere for you, baby. Listen, Louis. I'm hurting, baby. I just need a shot.
Please.
Louis. Who is this person?
I've never seen this woman before in my life.
Don't say it, Louis. Come on, baby. Just a dime bag. I'll do all those things you like.
Lying, filthy, disgusting, creep. Todd was right about you. I never want to see you again as long as I live.
Oh man,
Who the fuck is Todd?
Todd is
Fuck
the
Todd.
friend.
Yeah, fuck Todd.
Yeah, a great. She does.
I'd be like,
Yeah, she's totally.
She
fucking
eventually
I
Todd.
would have,
fucks Todd.
I would have completely twisted the whole conversation around to Todd. I'm like, wait a second. Put the angel dust on hold. Who the fuck is Todd? Why are you talking to Todd? And what does he have to do with this situation?
I don't think while the hooker's still on her knees, you can ask about the other dude.
Well, I'd figure out a way. And whatever happened to angel dust?
Yeah.
Is that a thing now still, or is that dead?
I don't know. But his thing was
Run the bath.
Oh, he was saying it's PCP, right?
Yeah, but still,
isn't that the same thing?
No one talks about
It's
angel
meth,
dust
right?
anymore.
It's meth.
Is it meth?
No,
I don't know.
So.
Guys, I'm not a drug user. I just said that. I don't know why it keeps coming back at me. I didn't fucking do that.
I think it switched over to that zombie drug where they like bash their heads into windows now.
Like bath salts, right?
Oh, is that what it is? What's it called? Bath salts?
That's bath salts. Yeah, that's just
that's
like
fucking
if
great.
you go.
Yeah, that'll make you a zombie.
It's super weird. I and I
They
buy.
only do that shit in Florida.
Well, I get these things for Casey called bath bombs, and sometimes if I get the wrong one and
She's
the
a real
water,
bitch. She
turned
the
into a
water.
zombie?
No, I mean she has bitten my foot before, and it and the thing was I kicked her in the face, and
That's what's wrong with it.
She probably deserved it.
Everything fine though. So they go to the door. Coleman is like, "Who are you?
Wait
What
a
do
minute,
you
can I
want?"
say one thing?
Go ahead,
Yes.
John.
Oh, sorry.
Hey guys,
I'm the
it's
new guy.
Temporary John.
First of all, I love Temporary John.
He's the best, right? And here's the thing: he's a built-in. He doesn't do shit. He could come over here any fucking
We could
Friday.
probably do the podcast from his garage.
100%.
Oh yeah.
That
hell
could
yeah.
definitely.
Yes.
His garage is the shit, by the way. He is. There's one Amazon box in there, and we're all in there the other day watching football. He goes, "Man, I got to get rid of all this clutter. There's so much clutter in here, whatever." And I'm like, "Geez." And so then he comes to my garage later that night, and we're like drinking, and he just
Can't
goes,
even get the cars in
"Oh
there.
no!" But he goes, "Well, we could put this up here. We could get a car in here tonight if you want to." And I'm just like, I don't give a shit about getting a car in here. I just want my shop back. He goes, "You want to do it right now?" I go, "No, I don't. I don't want any part of that. I don't. Listen. This is a work in progress for 4 years. There's a reason for that."
What about the dolls that need to go to Ohio?
The dolls
You've
that-
told me
Oh
for
my
like
God!
3 months.
Yeah, you sent them already.
No, Ashley
No.
C. That's right. That
Oh,
is
Jesus
Ashley
Christ.
C's dolls. That's right. I go, those need to go to Ohio. No, it's not even Ohio.
I thought you sent them already.
No, those need to go to Arkansas.
Arkansas.
No, I've told you a million times. I need to have
You
Ryan.
sent something. You said was that Wendy's thing? Who did you send?
Wendy's thing, I sent.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
tattooed
you,
on her.
okay. So
Dude,
you
it's
like
tattooed-
Wendy more than you like
It-
Ashley.
Dude, the
What-
thing that I sent Wendy is now tattooed on her body.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Nice.
So all
Okay.
fucking around aside.
So Ashley has to just commit to tattoo
No,
those
no.
dolls to
Listen
her
to me.
body, and then you'll send them.
You're not gonna turn Ashley against me. She
All
knows
right.
I love her.
All right,
And
all right.
she's
Well,
the
anyway,
best.
well, sorry to get sidetracked there. So when can you start doing BJ's in front of the police station with cops? running by?
Right?
Oh,
Didn't even think about
yeah.
that.
Well, yeah, or just even. the
I'll do
whole
that thing you like. Drops down. You're in front of the police. I didn't even think about that. That's excellent observation.
But how about no? It's even before she walks out. They're still in the lobby, and he goes, "Hey, I got a proposition for you." She goes, "I just got out. You want to make a quick 100?" Just like you're still in the lobby. Jesus Christ, that girl would have been running for dear life.
Right.
Like, get the fuck. All I've had in the last 24 hours is a green popsicle. I'm getting the fuck out of here. You know, like just, and then you're on the steps and you're going, "Hey, I need a bump" or whatever. Like cops are walking by and shit. I'd be like, "No, none of that."
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, no,
That's crazy.
I thought of it like right as I'm like, you're still in the lobby for crying out loud.
Don't take credit from John. He
You know?
thought of that. You didn't even bring it up.
No, he is a good
Thank you.
transitional partner.
Thank you.
John,
Oh.
that was amazing conversational thing and not trying to fucking move it along to some bullshit. That was awesome.
I feel
I
like
can't pass
I
that
feel
up.
like you're projecting towards me about something.
A little bit. You keep telling me to go to the clip and I have
Clip.
You son of a bitch. Well, guess what? The IRS freezes his accounts. They repossess his credit cards. He fucking sees Eddie Murphy in the backseat of the car, and he's like, "That's my car, right?" Now, me and Casey did talk about this. What is the thing where rich people in the Northeast talk like they're English from back in the
Almost.
1800s?
It's It's funny because I've listened to a podcast that talk about this.
Okay.
It's some kind of they describe it as a milieu. So it's like a group. It's like a thing. They're in this little bubble, and it just perpetuates. And so they start talking like that, and it's a thing. It's an actual thing. They do that.
Yeah.
So
like in the South.
I guess. Yeah, I guess if you're out in the country, but you went to school and stuff, and you know how to talk regular.
So you're
but if you're
saying-
hanging around people that talk like that all the time.
I ain't never paid that. No, never mind.
Exactly. Well, like your dad. He talks with a country accent because I feel like he deals with a lot of people they respond well.
Oh, my mom's a salesperson. It doesn't matter. You can tell exactly what region the person that she's talking to on the phone is, like, without even hearing them.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah, but he's from there though. He grew up in.
But still,
Redneckville.
it's not like he's a redneck though. But I feel like he's in that sort of circle where he feels like if he talks like that,
Matt Damon.
It's people respond better to him because they feel more comfortable because you're like me.
They can identify.
Yeah,
identify with what.
Yeah, I mean, there's judges that have been to law school in Harvard that talk with a country accent. They talk like that because of that circle and that sort of, like I said, milieu where they're in that circle and people feel comfortable, more comfortable around you because you talk like they talk.
You talk the way that you talk in your surroundings, and it really is true.
I think I do it backwards. Like I end up in like England or something. Like all the dudes from the band Lacey always make fun of me for like having like a southern accent. So then I feel like I like constantly am slipping into like y'all, and I'm like fucking, I can't stop. It just gets worse.
Well, that's novelty. That's like an English person coming here and like really putting on the English.
Well,
accent.
they do that to get pussy, but
exactly.
the thing is though is that like you really do. Like we used to go over to the UK for 3-4 weeks at a time, and you do find yourself like after a week going into places and just adopting it, like the lingo, whatever. So you just go in, you all right, and so they know that you just asked if they're okay, and then and just you do adapt to that.
I'm not good at it. I'm like, hi, how are y'all doing, everybody? Eye contact. Everyone's like, Jesus Christ, who the fuck is that? Get out of here.
So I don't know. That's an interesting perspective on all of that. It's like, so do you at Christmas are you going to speak with a Russian accent?
No.
Or, I'm sorry, an Asian accent?
No. No, I actually turn it on. I talk more country.
I already had breakfast this morning.
Sorry, you turn it on what?
I actually talk more country. Like I'll do German.
Country.
I'm German. I do Russian words, and I like really turn in the country accent on the Russian words just to make fun, just because I think it's funny.
Right. And by the way, your girlfriend does not give me gifts on
Best Fiends.
Best Fiends.
Okay,
it's
better not.
It's a completely different person,
Oh.
and they have a like fake name on the thing, and I don't know
And
why.
you thought it was her?
Yeah, because it's like spelled super.
Well, now I have to
close.
go apologize to her because I like ripped into her and
Yeah.
said, "Don't you ever,
Did you hit her?
ever
Did you-
fucking give gifts to my friends again?" And
Oh,
now
no.
I'm an asshole now.
Right. Yeah.
Way to go.
That's
Thanks.
fine. No, I know. She texted me right after that. She sent me a text right after that. Everything.
Now she's texting you?
Oh, they've been texting for months.
Yeah,
is
we've been
going on?
texting for a long time. Yeah.
Okay.
No, we talked a lot about that, and
They do a little FaceTiming.
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah.
I only talk to her with Snapchat.
Still only when he's in the bathroom though. So
it's
weird.
super weird. Yep, it really is weird.
That is weird. Ooh.
No thanks, guys. I already had breakfast this morning.
This is not a meal, Valentine. We are here to try to explain to you what it is we do here.
We are commodities brokers, William. Commodities are agricultural products, like coffee that you had for breakfast, wheat, which is used to make bread, pork bellies, which is used to make bacon, which you might find in a bacon and lettuce and tomato sandwich. And then there are other commodities like frozen orange juice and gold. Though, of course, gold doesn't grow on trees like oranges. Clear so far?
Well, it sounds to me like you guys are a couple of bookies.
I told you he'd understand.
That you might have in a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich.
He looks
and
right at the camera.
Breaks the fourth wall right
Breaks
there.
it.
Just like, that's ridiculous.
By the way, gold isn't perishable, so you don't have to grow it on trees.
No, I thought the same thing about, like, why are gold and silver and gold?
Because once it exists, it exists.
Silver
It's
and
not going
gold.
anywhere.
We watched Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oranges are eaten or wither away if you don't sell them. It's different.
Well, they don't sell the oranges. They're selling futures. They're commodity futures.
I know. It's fucking bullshit, though.
So this one time, I was
Right,
at
John?
this
Sure.
I was at this kid's house, and the thing was that both of us were gonna have a snack, and his mom like cut up like a couple of hot dogs, and we both had an orange, and I ate my hot dog and he ate his, and then I didn't want my orange, and I go, I'm just gonna not eat this or whatever. Like, you know, she goes, well, you need to eat that. Those things don't grow on trees. So I go, yes, they do.
You fucking nailed her.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
What did she say to that?
Right. I
You
go,
fucking nailed her?
Well,
4 years later, yes, that is 100% a thing. Right in the face.
Did you glue her eyes shut?
We're going to go on to the next clip.
I've saved 42 grand and it's in T-bills earning interest. I figure I got 3 more years on my back. I'll have enough to retire on.
You're a prostitute.
I'm talking about a business proposition, Louis. I help you get yourself back on your feet and you pay me in cash 5 figures. That's the deal, and it's not subject to negotiation. Understood? By the way, food and rent are not the only things around here that cost money. You sleep on the couch.
You know, first of all, if you're not watching the stream or you don't have access to that on Patreon, you are bummed because that was fucking hilarious. I'm not even gonna say what happened.
All right.
I don't care. People need to be, but it's $1. You can go fucking see what happened. That was amazing. She was so hot, and here's what I wonder about, and maybe Casey can answer this. Like, what is it about? So she's 23 here.
But she looks 43.
She looks 43. But
She
why?
was 23 in that movie?
Yeah. Why would
Really?
she?
She's looked 43 for like 60 years.
She
though.
kept her hair short like that forever and ever and ever.
It's
Right?
a trademark thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I get it, but here's the thing: she is so hot here. Like, at this point, I'm 11. Okay, when this movie came
Right.
out,
Mhm.
I gotta be honest. I had a VCR
How many
That-
times did you play it back?
over and over and over again.
We didn't have this movie. I wish we did. I would have.
It's
fucking
because y'all
went
had
crazy.
Laserdisc.
No, we had Betamax.
Betamax.
That's right.
Dude. And here's the thing: the reason why this show is so great is because we can tell stories over and over again. Rich's family was like in a Betamax club where tell him what happened.
Oh,
So
hell yeah. I do remember those.
We'd had parties. My parents would bring their Betamax over, and then other people would bring their Betamax. So it was a big party with like 16 record, and we go, I have this movie, and we'd record movies over,
Right.
from every. So we'd leave with all these movies, and I had drawers full of movies, but unfortunately we didn't have this one. But we had others with boobies in it, like Airplane. Obviously, in the airplane when she was bouncing around, that was one of my favorites.
Yeah, I went to similar parties with my parents. Only the thing was they'd put their keys in these bowls, and then they'd just be like, "You need to ride your bike home right now."
My parents put keys in the bowls, but they were just recording movies, right?
It's totally, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
And did they like stick you in your own room?
Well,
they were recording movies, all right.
We were in a room by ourselves with the door locked.
Right.
They were recording movies, but
Right.
with their keys in the bowls.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. You
Right.
should
Okay.
Betamax porn.
What does porn have
Party.
to do with this?
Did they have gnomes in the front yard?
Why do we still have that? Is that
Yes.
you, Will?
No.
You still
I think
do
it
have
might be Will.
I think it's Will.
I saw it the other day.
Oh, I know. We're gonna fucking keep it till we figure out who it is,
Or until somebody knocks on our door.
or we see who it is, see
Nobody's
what the
even tried.
caliber
It's
is.
embarrassing.
I don't know. Here's the thing: like, we're not into it, but
No,
we'll
but we might be, honey.
No, hold on. No, that's what I'm saying. But we'll gauge it, right? Like, we'll see what happens.
I've been with him since I was 22. I don't know what I'm into.
Who the
right?
yeah, exactly. That's just it.
She's still discovering.
She was still a child.
She was.
Hey, and I can't look, dude. I'm 45. Like I'm a fucking rock star. I don't want her to miss out on anything.
Hey, can we? How appropriate is it to tell a story that you told me the other day at the house?
Probably
Party?
not at all.
Yeah,
So
probably
tell
not.
it.
Probably not.
None of this is real, by the way. I'm just kidding. What did I tell you?
The
Wait, you're gonna retell my story?
No, wait a minute. The 80-20.
Oh, I have no idea what I said. I was probably drunk.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
that's
probably
what I
made up
figured.
half of that.
Well, I know.
Oh, I know.
But it was before Casey was born. Remember, so it doesn't matter.
The girl that gave like
The fan company and the band.
4 out of 5. Of
Remember?
And
you were the drummer?
gonorrhea
Oh
or
no,
something.
we can tell the story.
Oh
of that.
hell! So you were
Yeah,
drunk.
I'm not going to
that-
mention. No. I'm just not going to mention the name.
Oh, of course not.
but
Of
yeah,
course not.
no.
Of course not.
A true,
Barbara.
I will.
No.
Oh,
I
I
believe,
will.
I believe I've actually told this story on here. There were 5 members of my band.
I think you have to.
And within a 2-week period, and I believe it was actually closer to 1 week.
You said 1 week.
Yeah. Okay. So in a 1-week period, 4 out of 5 members of my band had gonorrhea.
His old band.
Old band.
Old
yes,
band.
Let's clarify that.
Oh, not
old. Wait.
Gary. Gary didn't have
And
gonorrhea.
No.
they all got it from the same girl.
Oh,
True story. 'Cause
Gary was 12 at the time.
and you're
No,
the fifth?
Gary.
Are you the 5th?
I'm the. I didn't get. I've never
Okay.
had an STD. I swear to
Okay.
God. Like I'm
Alright.
just as surprised as
I'm
you
just
are.
checking,
But
'cause I
like,
sit close to you a lot of times.
Yeah. I just coughed. Sorry. What? All right. Here we go.
I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to do
No,
that.
no, that's not even a thing, dude.
Okay.
Are you kidding? Anything like that is fucking. I have like an insane memory on like past shit. Like I was mentioning names at his house.
Yes.
I know the name of everybody, and so I was just like, because people freak out when you're just like, Sandy Duncan gave everybody wheat thins, and people are like, she gave everybody wheat thins. Are you being serious? You know, in the fucking 10th grade, that fucking happened. You know what I'm talking about?
It was
Remember-
Sandy Duncan.
Sandy Duncan came.
was her.
Yep, it was a fucking great night.
Yes.
Great night. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. You know, I was just gonna say how insanely great she looks when she takes off that wig. It's just like holy shit. I mean, she was hot, right?
I don't know. I guess you have to find out.
Okay, I guess we have to find out. All right, so just a second, guys. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, 10, or 11. It's the Richter scale again.
Jamie Lee Curtis. All right. Do we want to guess what my score is going to be?
Ugh.
Anyone? Guess.
I'm gonna. Okay, so I still don't pay attention to how this works. What's the highest you can get?
11. Lowest is 0, not 1.
6.7.
6.7.
And
Or
are you
6.3.
wait? Are you gonna try to be
6.3?
hilarious and do the hermaphrodite thing during
No.
this thing?
I had forgotten all about that. Actually.
Okay. This
No,
is
I'm
just
being dead,
is this-
100% accurate as she is
in this movie.
in this movie, in this scene, actually.
Oh, I'd say. What'd you say?
She said 6 point.
No, this scene,
Yeah, this scene.
7.3.
7.3.
No, I want to go last. I've never
Oh.
guessed before.
Will?
I'll just 8.4.
8.4. Guess.
John.
I really don't even know what you're talking about. Right
Yeah,
now.
he doesn't know what's going on.
I'm the
Sean
newbie.
knows this.
You should listen
We
to the
haven't even
podcast.
fucking
It's
talked
actually
about.
pretty funny.
We
at
haven't even
times.
talked about Sean.
I know. I thought you introduced him a little bit.
I don't remember.
Okay,
I
we'll
don't
do
know.
it now.
He's here every week.
Does he have his little speaker thing?
I don't care. Just go ahead. What do you think, Sean? Sean says 9. I say 9.1.
9.1. All right. Jamie Lee Curtis. Hair 0. Eyes 7. Nose 7. Mouth 7. Face 6.5 overall. Arms 11. Boobs 11. Waist 11. Legs 11. I give her overall an 8, which gives it a total of 7.1. You were so
Damn.
close. It's like we're the same person.
I got it perfect last time.
Hold on, do the
She has a butter face.
That is not true. She's so
butterface?
pretty.
With the
What the
wig.
hell's a butterface?
With the
She's hot, butterface.
I mean, you don't like her
she's-
face.
Everything's hot
I think she's
Everything's
so pretty.
hot butter face.
I think she's so
Never heard
pretty in
that
this.
term.
No.
before. You will?
Come on. No. Stop. Hang on. Jaret, come on.
What?
Look at the screen. Look at your wife's face and tell me that face isn't 10 times hotter than fucking Jamie Lee Curtis's face.
I've never fucked Jamie Lee Curtis's face. How would I know
Jesus
that?
Christ.
But he might.
You have
'cause
such
she looks the same.
a prettier face than Jamie Lee. Her
Who the
face is
fuck
not
You just
good.
gave her a 0. I fucking bet her.
Hey, I'm not even. We're not comparing Casey's and Jamie's.
I'm just saying her face is not
Riches.
good.
I kind
Her
of
body is
I kind of
amazing.
don't get the Jamie Lee Curtis's face thing either.
Thank
I don't
you.
know. There
Thank
was a
you.
thing
I think
back
she
then.
kind of always looks like an old lady, and
With
she
the-
was 23. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
with a wig on, she's maybe an 8.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, no.
Is it so
Man.
hard to replay it up there?
That body is nutty. It's
you
fucking.
you want to replay it for him
nutty,
real quick?
sure.
Yeah.
I
Is
knew
it that
you were not
bad?
gonna, I knew that was gonna
No,
happen.
it's easy.
I was
Oh,
so
yeah.
close on that one.
You were so close.
I've saved 42 grand and it's in T
Plus her
bills
tits
and
in this
interest.
dress.
I figure I got 3 more years on my back.
Insane.
I'll have enough to
Insane.
retire.
11.
You're a prostitute.
I'm talking about a business
not
proposition,
ugly.
Louis.
That is. I don't know
I
what
help
you
you
guys
get
are
yourself
talking
back
about.
on your feet.
What are
and
you
pay
saying?
me in
That's
cash.
not bad.
I think she's really pretty.
Yeah.
I
That's the
agree.
deal.
It's
they're
not bad.
subject
And they're
to
making her look
negotiation.
like that.
That's
so,
why I
you
gave
know.
her a 6.5.
But you judged her mouth.
Rich does not like prominent chins.
All right. Well,
We talked
okay.
about that
Oh,
earlier.
here we go. All right. Nice.
Now we're getting to the good stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't pause it,
By the
Jared.
way, food and rent are not the only things around here that
She looks
cost
like
money.
Ziggy
You
Stardust.
sleep on the couch.
She has a very long neck.
She looks like David Bowie with boobs.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah. yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I would just like to say that Rich Coleman is fucking spot on here. She looks exactly like Ziggy Stardust.
Thank you. Who is
That
a man?
was fucking unbelievable. Great for Jesus Christ. Unbelievable.
You're welcome.
All right, where are we at here? Okay, now, so Will is now going to objectify women.
All right.
Oh.
So I'm
Is
just
this
gonna...
the progressive scale again?
No.
Oh, we
I'm
got
gonna
some new
object-
shit.
I'm gonna objectify the shit out of these ladies.
Oh.
Oh, is that your cheat sheet there? Or
Yeah.
Something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got my
I was-
notes.
Oh, I was
My
wondering
notes.
what you were doing. There.
Okay, so
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, 10, or 11. Will objectifies women.
Nice. That was nice. That was beautiful.
James Stant, please send that in.
Okay, Penelope Witherspoon. That's the girlfriend.
Yeah.
She's very pretty, and I liked it when she took her clothes off.
Well, who wouldn't?
And I could see her butt cheeks.
Nice. Could you see a crack?
The second one is Hooker in the Bed.
Oh, yes.
Did she ask if she could get in his bed?
No.
His bedroom? No. That was kind of rude. I could see her boobies. They look nice. The third one is the dancing stripper hooker, number 1. She was really spunky and fun.
The African American
She
one?
was fun.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I would totally dance with her.
Yeah. I actually agree with you on that one.
And I could see her boobies.
All of them?
Dancing hooker number 2.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't seem as fun as the other dancing hooker.
She's the Hispanic one?
But if she came over while I was dancing with the other hooker, I would dance with her too. And I could also see her boobies, and I like them. And then the last one is Ophelia. That's Jamie Lee Curtis's character.
Uh-huh.
She's not very shy when she takes her clothes off right away.
Yep.
Her boobs look nice. And,
Understatement.
She thinks that naked boobs make you not sick. And I
It's true.
would try that if I was sick, if she let me.
Wait, even if you were married to your wife?
If she let me.
Oh, wow. We have.
Dang.
This is a progressive scale.
Wait a minute. Were those gnomes? The
progressive
gnomes that are
scale.
out in the front yard? Gnomes?
Yeah, we have a gnome in our yard.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
know. Well,
Yeah.
hey, you never know.
Wait, did John put that in your yard?
No, I'm pretty sure it was Will.
No, no, I didn't do that.
I know what you're trying to get at, Will.
Aye. Clip.
Why shouldn't we buy now, William?
Price is gonna keep going down.
Randolph, this isn't monopoly money we're playing with.
Tell me just why you think the price of pork bellies is going down, William.
It's Christmas time. Everybody's uptight.
Could we please buy now, Randolph?
All right, but if you want to lose money, go ahead.
What are you trying to say, William?
Okay, pork belly prices have been dropping all morning, which means everybody's sitting in their office and they're waiting for them to hit rock bottom so they can buy cheap and go long. So the people that own the pork belly contracts are going batshit. So they're thinking, hey, we're losing all our damn money, and Christmas is around the corner, and I ain't gonna have no money to buy my son the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip, okay? And my wife ain't gonna make love to me because I ain't got no money, right? So they're sitting there and they panicking, they screaming, sell, sell! Because they don't want to lose all their money, right? They out there panicking right now. I can feel it. They out there. They're panicking. Look at them.
G.I. Joe with a kung fu grip.
That was greatness.
All the time.
Yes.
I didn't even catch that. My wife won't want to.
Oh.
That's from one of his acts.
And he stumbles on that line or whatever. Oh my God.
That's from one of his comedy routines.
It
right?
is, yeah. I got a G.I. Joe with a kung fu grip.
All right.
You know, hey, what happened to my lip? Why my lip? I'm gonna go. I don't know, Dad, but I'm gonna go get me a bike. So good.
All right. This is bullshit.
What is?
Him.
Oh, having any understanding of that?
I worked for a hedge fund for 2 years. You know how many times I sat in a conference room when they're drawing all the stuff and explaining? Right. Anyone know what an instrument is?
Here's the thing.
No, exactly. And they tried to teach me what instrument. 2 years, and I still have no idea what the fucking hedge fund does other than sell short, which is bullshit. I think anything where you're not investing in an actual company to help them do better is bullshit. If you're shorting something, fuck you, because you're betting on their failure. I hate all that. I hate all that.
I have no idea what you just said.
Exactly my point. So how does a homeless person who's begging for fucking scraps on the street all of a sudden know to fucking not buy yet or whatever the fuck he was
He knows the
talking about?
exact number they should.
It's just bullshit. And these two guys who have been doing it their whole lives are complete imbeciles when it comes to investing. Give me a fucking break.
No,
this is where I was like, all
they're
right,
just
this,
not
this show is
micromanaging.
stupid. And here's the inverted triangle thing. Here's
Don't
the
Weezer me. Don't fucking Weezer me.
Here's the inverted.
No, listen to me.
What's a
Don't-
Weezer me?
You fucking just Weezered me like this.
No.
Don't fucking Weezer me. That's like that's what Weezer fans do to their opening bands. Weezer fans just
I've
go
never
like this.
even heard of that. You're not Weezer. We're waiting for Weezer.
You're not Weezer. This is terrible.
No, it's the inverted triangle thing that we always talk about, where this kind of lazy screenwriting could never happen today because we're as viewers of movies are way smarter. We understand that this is total bullshit. This could never happen, and you can't write a movie like this and it be good.
Well, the whole crop report thing is retarded.
Here's the thing.
It's
Hold
all
on.
bullshit.
Everybody,
You don't know that it's not cold in Florida.
guys, everybody relax. Do you not realize? Hold on, guys. Seriously.
Well, we have
everybody-
the internet now.
Jesus
Well, I mean,
Christ.
the weather report.
But we have the
Farmer's
internet now.
Almanac.
It's like you can't watch the Florida news in New York. You had to until you had the internet.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, it's you.
Oh, now it's my show. Oh, that's weird.
Oh wait,
Like
can it be my show?
Here's the thing, like we all believe that an anvil falls on the fucking coyote's fucking head, and
Wait,
he's okay, and it
wait.
squashes him down, and he's okay.
That's a cartoon.
Wait,
Right?
let it be Will's show.
And this
Let's see
isn't
what
a
happens.
fucking cartoon, right? Here's the whole point of this movie.
Yeah.
This is a goddamn movie about like somebody losing everything that they've got and a homeless guy taking over a company in a matter of about 48 fucking hours.
48 hours is a different editor.
Exactly. That's
Yeah,
why.
different Eddie Murphy.
That's why I got the fucking line mixed up earlier. Karate Man, bruise on the inside. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, they're just it's a tall tale.
No.
It's a tall tale.
Be smarter. Be better writers.
It's just fucking. How many years ago is this?
No, I'm saying. All I'm saying is, yes, this is stupid.
Almost
now you can't get away with this. Yes, back then
Do
you
you
could
know
get
what-
away with this.
do you know what's
now
crazy?
You cannot.
Do you know what's crazy?
That's why I'm saying
about
it
this?
didn't hold up.
Oh, because you go upside down triangle.
It's
Right.
34
Is
years
this
ago.
35 years ago? Let's just
I
say
know. Yeah, yeah.
Hold on. Let's say it's 35 years ago. If you and I stop it. If you and I were watching this in 1980, oh no, I know. Stop looking at everybody. Look at me. If you and I were watching this in 1983, and we were watching a movie that happened 35 years ago, we'd be like, "This fucking movie's bullshit. This fucking movie sucks." You know what I mean?
I meant to say that I'm positive that people watched this at the time didn't have a problem with this.
Right.
I agree. Absolutely. But now, Inverted Triangle, we've had so many movies that make us smarter movie watchers. This doesn't hold up.
Well, I want to say something.
Go ahead.
I can't sit.
You don't have to
I
ask
can't-
permission. Just start talking.
Yeah, well, because wait a minute, maybe they wanted him to see if he's going to fail or if he's going to succeed.
That is an interesting. Hold on, John.
Instead of
That is an interesting point. And here's what just happened. He leaves a stack of $100 bills on the floor, and he runs down all these flights of stairs to fix him.
That I love.
Yeah.
That was greatness. Him teaching the Dukes how to trade is bullshit.
The
That's all
idea
I'm
of
saying.
agreed, but the idea of it, and so John, if you haven't watched this movie in a while,
No,
the
it's been a long
idea is that are you a product of your environment, or is it all DNA? So like, if you're taken out of your element and taught something, can you thrive? And if you're born into something and put out there in the world, do you automatically become?
What's the skinny Duke's name? Mortimer. Mortimer would have had a point if he hadn't have said the word Negro. If he hadn't have said
he
that,
made it a race thing.
right? If it hadn't have been racial, I would. And he had said, well, he probably been stealing his entire life. Yeah, he's homeless. He's living on the street. Chances are good that he probably has stolen
and
stuff
they actually think
all his
that
life.
he was trying to rob that guy. He didn't act. They don't know that he wasn't because they never,
Right, exactly. But it put race aside, yes, he probably was stealing. It didn't matter if he was black or white. He probably was stealing. He would have been right, but of course the writers put in race. And I, as a writer point of view, I guess that's probably where you should have gone. But still,
I feel like we can all agree on this. The Constance Fry song at the tennis club, all four of those guys needed to be fucking button hooked as fucking best as we could. Just donkey punch.
they need all the dick
the shit
in
out
their
of
mouth
in their mouth
and their butt.
We're getting dick in their mouth and their butt, and then donkey punching them. It's like a prison scene.
They're the worst.
I kept
Jesus.
thinking, did they get together all the time and practice this fucking song?
You remember that movie Peggy Sue Got Married?
Yeah.
Super.
And I think about that shit all the time. Like, okay, so what happens? Like with the, Jim Carrey is one of those guys in that shit too, right?
Wait.
All right, so they're at
so
the,
what do y'all think? Nature
Jim
or
Carrey's
nurture?
in this movie?
No.
no, in the other thing.
Oh.
Go ahead, baby.
I said, what do y'all think? Nature or nurture?
Nurture.
For the way that people grow up.
I think it's a combination of both.
I mean, I don't think you can change your IQ. I think you just have an IQ, right? Like, that's scientifically proven that you have an IQ. Your IQ is going to be what it is.
IQ tests are bullshit.
Yeah, but there's learning disabilities and things that are
I think it's a combination of both. I think it's how much your environment.
No, I know, but
affects
IQ
you.
is a
You
thing.
can't go take a fucking 60-year-old fucking serial killer and making him a fucking executive.
IQ is a thing. It can modulate a little bit,
Right.
but it's basically going to be your IQ.
But I just mean like who you are as a person.
Exactly, but then you also have nature, so that you can fulfill the potential of your IQ.
Nature.
But if your IQ, if you're born a someone with a 2, I mean that's impossible. But if you're born with a 2 IQ, it doesn't matter how much nature you have. You're not gonna fucking be a immense scientist.
I don't think they're talking about
I think
IQ.
it's totally
here.
different. Though. I think they're talking about as a person, like
they're not talking
nature
about
and
IQ,
nurture, not how
They're-
your
they're-
intelligence level.
They're talking about.
Well, you're talking about nature versus nurture. It's a like you were saying, it's a combination of both.
Hold on.
You have an IQ.
Right.
You're gonna.
I know you keep
possibly live up to that IQ based on what you're nurtured.
Okay, put the
you
IQ
keep,
totally
you keep
aside.
going at IQ. It's okay,
not
you're
about
already doing the thing. You're already doing. Stop. You keep going back. They're talking about like being born into some shit.
Yeah, making you the person that you are, not how smart you are. Like the
It's not
human that
IQ.
you are.
It's not how
who
smart
you
you are.
Like who you are and who I am.
That's all nature.
It's not nurture. It's not your environment. You're not who you are because your dad raised you
I
a
said it
certain
wrong.
way.
That's all nurture.
But you don't. But I mean, it's weird. Some people aren't like that. Like weirdly enough. Okay, so my sister, I didn't meet her till I was 15, and she was 12, raised by a completely different parent, and we
This
still
is
to this
a
day,
true story, by the way.
Yeah, and I mean, she's still in that side of the world. We were raised completely differently, and we have eerily similar personality quirks and the way that we speak. And
But what does that have
They're
to do
both
with how well
artists.
you do well in life?
It's not. I'm talking about who you are as a person.
Yeah, no, I agree that's
Personalities and stuff like that, like who
that
you are as a
that
person.
a lot of that has to do with nature. I agree. That's
But I'm
not what I
saying
was
it's
saying.
Weird.
Well, you're a product of your environment until you decide to do something about it.
Yeah, but
that's my take on. I've witnessed this. If we're talking a little bit of real life going on here, I've
Yeah.
witnessed this all my life. I have people in my personal life that were born with not a whole lot, but IQ wise, shit, they're way smarter than I am.
Right.
But yet they've taken on the role as this is who I am, and this is how I'm going to live.
Right.
And this is who I'm going to be for the rest of my life.
Right.
And then I have other friends and people that I know that said, okay, I was born into this situation, but I don't want this anymore. And I'm going to move, kind of like what Eddie, this whole, what we're talking about on the movie here, and you're going to move on out of it. So it's a lot of self-will, what comes within you and a desire to what you want.
I think what the question is, and so that comes with like brothers and sisters. Like one guy goes up to be a doctor, one guy fucking shoots a guy, whatever. So is that
which part were you arguing about?
I guess the thing I'm asking. Okay, so
no,
Jared,
no, hold on. I think his point is fucking amazing.
Totally.
Actually. So, but here's the thing.
When I say nature versus nurture, I mean, would Jaret be Jaret if he was raised by different people in a different town? Would he still be the same type of person?
No.
Or like similar, his personality and things like that?
I mean, some things would be the same, but a lot of things would be different.
What do you think?
I think about that all the time because I was going a direction in my adult life, and I think about it all the time, like what my lawn looked like, and what I said and what I ate, and like who I was. I think about that all the time. But I feel like what John just said is sort of like where I stand on life. And that is, there does come a point where you have to make a decision and it's a conscious decision. But here's where it gets wacky. You have to have it in you to be able to make that conscious decision to, hey, I'm going to go do this, or I'm going to be this kind of person, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. I had this conversation with my teenage daughter the other day. I said, you don't really have to be in a bad mood. And she's like, what? I go, in the 8th grade, one day I woke up and I was in a bad mood. I couldn't figure out why. And I go, you know what? I'm just not going to be in a bad mood anymore. And I wasn't in a bad mood for like 12 years. I'm not joking. Because I would like every day I'd wake up and be like, well, this fucking sucks, but fuck it. I'm just not going to be in a bad mood. And I just wouldn't be in a bad mood.
Yeah.
So my mind,
that's what I always say
to me, is, but again, and did I have advantages as a child later in my childhood? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm not really sure what the question was asked of me.
You were arguing with me, but it feels like you're all agreeing with me.
Oh no, I was saying that John's point was amazing. So if we're all agreeing with you, what is it? What is your point? I don't know. I wasn't listening to you. Right?
Just that you have an IQ, that you have a potential.
Stop with the fucking IQ.
Why?
Because dumb people and smart people are successful and not successful.
It has nothing to do with anything.
It does.
You have an IQ.
Why do you keep saying IQ?
Because it's a thing. I'm
I
not
know,
going to
but that
ignore
is
an actual
weird.
scientific fact.
It's not scientific.
It is scientific.
You think
IQ test is bullshit.
Hold on. So you're saying
Very biased test.
So you're saying
Okay, the question in this movie
no, but
is
you're saying in this room, all of us are where we are because of how smart we are?
No, I did not say that.
Because that's what IQ is.
No, I did not say that. IQ is basically your potential. Whether you live up to the potential or not is based on your nurture, is what I'm saying.
I don't know if IQ is potential.
I guess the question in this movie is no matter what your like nurture situation is, does everybody have the ability to just like go to be anything they want to be really?
Yes.
Aside from their nature, which
Yes.
is yes.
Yes.
I think most people have the ability
Yeah.
to do that. I think some people are not capable of that.
Yeah.
It's probably a small sector.
Yeah,
Well,
they have the nature to do it, but they because of the nurture and the way that they were raised, they're not gonna ever amount to it. Okay.
Well, I don't mean to skip over Bo Diddley because when they go into the pawn shop, is that Bo Diddley music playing back behind him? It's gotta
I
be.
didn't even notice
It
that.
has to be.
It might be, yeah. It would be a missed opportunity if it wasn't.
So, this guy I know, he has this huge S painted on his car. Okay? Huge S. And I'm like, why did you get that S painted on your car? And he goes, that way, whenever I drive by people, they'll say, look at that S car go. I just told you the joke from the movie. All of you except Will ignored me.
I listened to you. I just didn't know why you were telling the joke from the movie.
That's a fucking good joke, by the way. Look at that
Oh,
S-car
man.
go. All right, so Christmas party happens. It's the fucking worst Santa suit ever. And also, we did point out that the fact that if Jamie Lee Curtis was naked and behind you, you would feel better no matter what your scale is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
For
that's what I said when I objectified her.
I love it. Fucking A.
Her nakedness makes you not sick.
All right, let's just fucking go on to the next clip.
You sure?
I mean, I have 12 more things to say. Oh, what is that shit?
Stop getting sensitive. I'm just kidding.
I'm not getting sensitive. I just fucking have content.
Clip.
Pay up, Mortimer. I've won the bet.
Here, $1.
We took a perfectly useless psychopath like Valentine and turned him into a successful executive. And during the same time, we turned an honest, hard-working man into a violently deranged would-be killer. Now, what are we going to do about taking Winthrop back and returning Valentine to the ghetto?
I don't want Winthorpe back after what he's done.
You mean keep Valentine on as managing director?
Do you really believe I would have a nigger run our family business, Randolph?
Of course not. Neither would I. I do think we should hold off on switching them back, though, until we get that crop report New Year's Eve, don't you?
Absolutely. No sense rocking the boat until then.
Is that the wrong clip? Why would you play that?
What are you talking about? They said it. Did you not have that in your version?
Oh, no. They said,
No, they said it in our version.
no, it said mechanic. It was like, do you honestly think I would have a mechanic do all this stuff? And I was just like, he wasn't even a mechanic. And that's exactly the version that we had.
Can you dub over mechanic?
No wonder you thought this movie would hold up.
P.S. how about the fact that this movie, not only right now, but 2 times, does the thing where they're just like, all right, let's, we don't have to shoot all this. Y'all just wash your hands and explain the entire fucking movie to everybody so that now the guy in the bathroom can go get revenge. You know what I mean? So, and also, here you go, $1. Like, we're just announcing everything. We do it out loud.
Such exposition. Do you remember that time?
So it just, like, from now on, that's just how we should live. Like, oh, you said it, Rich. Just with your with that text message that you sent me earlier.
Let me before we start talking.
Yeah.
Let me look on the floor for this guy who has a butler to do everything for him.
Right.
Let me get on my hands and knees on a bathroom floor for like 20 seconds.
All right.
And look.
Now, Rich, I know you sent me a text earlier, and it said that you wanted to meet here in the bathroom and talk about the fact that we are going to kill Will. Now, we're not going to let anybody else know that we're going to kill him.
Will.
Yeah.
You know, we're not actually going to kill you.
I know we've already talked about killing Will, and we already know we're going to kill Will.
The
but
N-word!
we're just going to say
we
kill
can't
word.
leave the N-word in there. You got to edit that out.
Why is it so impulsive? It's part of the time.
Well,
That's what's
okay.
our culture.
It's just
today.
a good question.
Not our
That's
time
our
now.
culture.
And the show
This
is now.
this is a great question. Is this movie racist?
Of course.
Because
why?
Is the movie racist because it has the N-word in it?
No.
Or are they shining a spotlight on racism that exists at that time?
Yeah, it's definitely racism that happened at the time. Like, this is not a racist movie. Racist shit happens in the movie.
Well, I mean, okay, so a current thing that's happening today, like literally happening today,
is me having to pee.
Is there banning books like Tom Sawyer from schools?
Such bullshit.
Because it has the N-word in it.
Such bullshit.
That's been happening my entire life.
So would this movie be banned because it has the N-word in it for the same reason?
No,
Unfortunately,
they should show this in high school because of all the breasts.
Thank you, Will. Thank you. We lost Will.
Will, we need a... Okay, so we're going to have to get a song for when Will just disappears.
Will is
so... And we did go a long time tonight.
It needs to be like, Will is whipped and therefore has to go to...
No,
It has to be something
He's
along
not
those...
whipped, though, man.
A little
he just
bit
like...
whipped.
No, he just is... He just will.
Yeah, I
I'm
know
not
you
whipped. I'm about to go to bed.
What have you done today?
Me?
Yeah.
Be tired.
She got a pedicure.
Yeah, good job.
I did.
Really?
Yeah.
I did.
So, they give him the plan for the rest of the movie, right? While he's in the bathroom, and he goes, you know what? Let's not alter the plan until after the new year. You know, like things are gonna hit crazy, or whatever. So, this Winthorpe gets into the Christmas party, right? Is it? No, hold on.
Are we still in the same... We didn't do a new clip?
No. Hold on. It's still pay up.
Okay.
Right? Shit. Sorry, hold on.
Yeah, we're still on pay up in the bathroom scene and
Okay.
all that. Yeah.
Yeah, pay up in the bathroom. Winthorpe is there. He's he's the drunk Santa. Terrible outfit. You guys were talking about it earlier, right?
Yeah.
The beard.
Mhm.
Like, that's what you'd wear, right? If you were dressed up as Santa.
I would wear that exact same outfit.
The
yes.
exact same one.
It would be a little more white in the
That's
beard
what
area.
I said. I told Casey, I'm just like, why would they even let... The guy's sticking salmon in his tits.
He's eating
Rich,
the
you would
beard.
have the short shorts version.
I would have the short version. What's wrong?
Behind me. No, there's just something behind me that's driving me crazy, but I can't tell. Oh, it's just the corner. All right. So,
Your shadow?
Oh, you bump the camera and it goes up.
No, it's fine. Everything's fine. So, this guy, as if shit wasn't bad enough, this Winthorpe, he gets the bus. He's just the whole way, right? He still has the gun in his waistband, by the way.
Yes.
Just riding a fucking city bus. Then he pulls the salmon out of the thing, and he's just eating it during the beard, like with the beard. Then he's just sitting
He's
there.
not eating the salmon at all.
Yeah,
He's
and then-
eating the beard.
Then a dog pees on his shoe, right? Then it thunders. Dude, it rains. He decides he's going to kill himself. He clicks the gun against his head. It doesn't go off. He throws it. It goes off. Right?
Right.
And then he wakes up and he is told that all of this happened for $1. That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Humility.
Or a little. But now you look at it.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Half glass full and some stuff happened.
Something like that, yeah.
All right, clip it up.
It was not jokes. It was not jokes.
You're a dead man, Valentine!
It was an experiment.
They use us as guinea pigs, man.
Dukes use us as guinea pigs. To see how our lives would turn out. They made a bet.
Afraid it's true, sir.
I believe him, Louis.
Dukes ruined my life over a bet.
You know, you can't just go around and shoot people in the kneecaps with a double-barrel shotgun because you pissed at them.
Why not?
It's called assault with a deadly weapon. You get 20 years for that shit.
Listen, do you have any better ideas?
Yeah, you know, it occurs to me that the best way you hurt rich people is by turning them into poor people.
I have to admit, sir, you didn't like it yourself a bit.
Yeah. See? Coleman is in.
Yes.
He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
The whole time when he would say Coleman, did you just think he was talking to you?
I knew you were going to bring that up. Yeah. People called me Coleman in high school.
I actually didn't mean to. I just didn't have anything to say during that transition of getting the thing off my screen so that I could see what my notes were. That is why I'm a genius.
Exactly. No, I used to be called Coleman all the time.
All right, I get
But
it.
your IQ is what, like 130, 50
I've actually
or
never
something?
fucking had it done. Have you guys
It's
ever
high.
taken an
Yours is high.
I bet it's not.
No, I'm almost positive.
There's no way it's fucking
No,
high.
there's
no
no way it's not high.
I'm not like smart. I'm just
You're street smart, brother.
I'm good at stuff, but
Yeah.
No, your IQ is high. Just because you don't know big words and stuff doesn't mean your IQ's not high.
I don't know.
And Jared Spear will tell me my shit is bullshit, but whatever. We're arguing in the chat. Tell him to quit arguing with me in the chat so I can pay attention to you, by the
yeah,
way.
everybody pay attention to me. All right, so so the phone call with the fuck off happens. I love that fucking scene with the Breakfast Club guy and just like he's on the phone and basically giving literally Eddie Murphy's listening in, and again, here's the entire thing that we're gonna do for the rest of the movie, and it's a whole plan and where we're gonna exchange the money and everything. We know what's going on now, you know. It just that kind of shit from the '80s drives me nuts.
Yeah,
you know, and it's just because we don't have that anymore. You know, everything.
It's the triangle. It's like we don't need exposition now. We get it. We know what nuance is. It's okay to not spell every little thing out for us.
Exactly. So now the thing is it's a mystery to us until the end, and then they spin it, and it's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
You know, here we know exactly how it's going to turn out.
Right.
How are they going to get there? Oh,
Right.
shit, they got caught in a train. Oh, let's just make that guy get fucked by a monkey.
Yeah.
You know? It's the whole thing.
The only surprise was blackface.
The blackface was a little bit of a surprise, so we're not there yet. But
I thought we were there.
So, and again, the whole thing. Again, we talked about Al Franken earlier. I thought it was so great. Now, did you notice who it was that was giving the instructions to them? Like when the ape is there and the
Yes.
two guys.
It's a sale at Penny's.
Yeah, it's Johnny. it's like
You can make it into a brooch.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know, oh man, what is everybody thinking? Did I leave the iron on? You know, I can make a pterodactyl.
A pterodactyl,
so
a brooch.
It's Johnny from Airplane.
Airplane.
I'm glad you noticed that. That was amazing. Here's one thing that I noticed as an adult that I didn't notice before. When they go into the train car, and she comes in, she goes, "I'm Inga from Sweden," right? And Coleman just looks at her and he goes, "But you're wearing a lederhosen." Yeah, lederhosen.
Germany.
That's from Germany.
And then
He
she's
goes,
like freaking out.
"I'm
No,
from Sweden."
I'm Inga from Sweden.
Yeah, I just thought, like, do you think people thought that was funny back in the day? Because to me,
I thought it was funny.
You did? I thought it
Absolutely
was
thought
like,
it was-
oh shit.
No, I thought it was hysterical.
How are they going to get out of this mess?
Yeah.
That's just what I thought. I
Oh,
don't know.
okay. And that's the end of that story.
I'm dressed as a baggage handler. You can imagine how embarrassed I was when I saw there's someone at the party with the same costume I had.
Monkey! Monkey! What the fuck is doing, you clown? I certainly hope there's enough space on the train for me. Nenge! Nenge Yomboko from Cameroon. Do you remember me? It's Lionel Joseph. Lionel! From the African Education Conference, right? Yes, Simon. I was director of cultural events at the Haile Selassie Pavilion. I remember the pavilion. We had big fun there. Ha!
Now, is this racist? He's in blackface.
Is what racist?
Well, it's supposed to be funny at this point.
Well,
I mean,
of
like,
course it's supposed to be funny.
Look, in
but
80
so was the 1920s blackface.
Do you
That's
know?
not the point.
Do you know when
Is this
hold
racist?
on? I'm going to tell you something. I'm actually being serious about
Okay.
this story. Do you know when I learned what blackface was?
Whoopi Goldberg.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ted Danson. Yeah, I didn't know what it was until then either.
God damn it, dude.
I know we're like firing on all cylinders.
But we've been like this for weeks. You have to admit,
Yeah.
like we're on a
I
fucking
know.
roll.
I feel like we should just push Casey right out of this.
She's paying attention.
Sorry.
No, but yeah, I didn't even know what that was. I had no idea until Sam from Cheers, Ted
Right.
Danson.
Like, I think that Ted Danson thing is probably should be considered as racist, even though Whoopi said it was okay, I guess. I don't know if you're allowed to
I don't
say
know,
that.
man. I mean,
but in this movie, he's disguising himself as a black person. Now,
Right.
if you're going to disguise yourself as a Jamaican Rastafarian, you kind of have to look like a Jamaican Rastafarian.
Right. Is it racist as a...
So if he's doing it as a disguise, and I'm
Right.
asking, I'm not telling, I'm asking, is this racist if he's trying to disguise himself as a black person, as opposed to
This isn't blackface.
putting on blackface as to be funny
But
or whatever.
blackface was different. It was you were obviously white. You would just paint a bunch of black stuff on your face, and you
Well,
were
I mean,
blackface.
that's what he did.
No, he literally colored his entire self or whatever. The
But
same
that's not
way.
exactly what blackface. You don't just put a little. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. The same what?
it
what?
was like a whole thing because they weren't even like letting people like act, so they would just paint their face black and act like idiots and portray.
Yeah, I mean,
right, but their
what's
face.
the Rooney, the
But
Mickey
not
Rooney
all
guy?
blackface
face.
is just painting your face black. I mean, yeah,
Oh.
Mickey Rooney and Breakfast
Right,
at
that was
Tiffany's
obviously
is super racist.
super racist. But is this super racist?
I don't think so.
I didn't think so
But
either.
I don't know.
I mean, you could make an argument that the writers putting this in the movie at all is racist, but at the same time, the guy knows what he looks like. This is kind of an obvious thing to
Right.
do,
Yeah.
to completely change your face. So I would say maybe I'd say it's bordering on not racist because it's a disguise.
Here's what I wrote. This guy is an idiot. Like, why the fuck would you even stay in that car? Just get the fuck up and go to a different
Agreed.
car.
He would
What
totally
an
just leave
idiot.
the car and go somewhere
Stupid.
else.
Stupid.
Except for, like, if they had led with the girl, then maybe he probably would have stayed. And maybe the girl came in second. He was like, all right, the guy's in here and he's from Africa. That's fine, whatever. The girl comes in. Maybe I'm staying for a while.
Have you ever been to Brahms?
Ice cream?
Yeah. You ever have a candy bar sundae?
No.
No.
And I've been to Brahms once, but I've only had
Have
a
you ever
burger.
have you ever had ice cream before?
I've had ice cream, yes.
Okay. Now, if you have ice cream, is it good?
I'm not a big fan of ice cream.
I know, but it is
if
delicious.
it's chocolate in it somehow, then I
But
then
if
I would
you
enjoy
dump a
it.
bunch of candy on it, is it better?
No, not
And
to
some
me.
cookies and shit.
Mm.
Who am I talking to? I swear to God. Remember earlier when I said we're firing all our cylinders and shit?
Totally out.
We're fucking out.
Are you there, Pete?
Over here.
Over here.
It's far enough.
Did you get the report?
See the money. Okay, toss it over. Thank you, Briggs. Wonderful news.
You know, we need to get trench coats. Go ahead.
I have a question. If they're paying him through the payroll, why do they have to pay him off in a cash?
In a cash
exchange?
Because he said to them that it was going to cost them such and such for this.
But they're already paying him off
I
in
know,
a payroll.
but they were different amounts. They had basically.
But why pay him in the payroll at all if
They
they're
had-
going to pay him cash?
They had said that he had taken care of stuff for them in the past or whatever. So
But
like,
why was it secret that no one could know about? He's a fucking private investigator doing private investigating stuff.
Yeah.
What's the big fucking deal?
I don't know.
And how does Eddie Murphy figure all that out on his first fucking day working for them?
Yeah.
What's this guy? Who are you paying? It's like, it's the dumbest. It's dumb.
It was his second day.
It's okay. You're right.
Yeah.
I retract everything that I just said.
Hey, I solved this movie before we even started.
That is absolutely true.
Yeah, and that is what happened.
Not yet. Almost.
220, take him. 209. Yeah, got him. 139. 140. Hey, to me, Minneapolis.
Now.
South Garden April of 142.
That's not right. How can the price be going down?
Something's wrong. Where's Wilson?
What are they doing here?
They're selling, Mortimer.
Well, that's ridiculous. Unless that crop report...
God help us.
We need to do we need to do our own movie this day and age, where we narrate as we act, because that's what they're doing. Like
It's
they're
exposition.
Going, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's where they put in the dialogue telling us what's going on in the movie when they wouldn't normally say that because they both know what's going on.
Right.
They don't have to say it out loud.
So what's going on right now?
Jared, are you sitting in the corner over there in front of your computer?
Yes, I am, and we're
talking into the microphone.
We're podcasting, Rich.
We're podcasting to a bunch of people that will listen to this on an audio podcast that's released later this week.
I guess that's probably what's going to happen. But actually, it's not this week. It's in 2 weeks.
Oh, that's
Rich.
right. It's actually 3 weeks.
People will be so confused.
Yeah, it's terrible. And what the fuck are that? This whole, like, I know this is a thing. I know that they are down there yelling at each other, writing things on paper. I don't understand how this works.
No, I mean,
this
too.
makes no sense
You ever
to me.
you ever see that movie?
Why can't you just go, I didn't say that?
You ever see that movie Quicksilver?
You misheard me.
Yeah,
I didn't give you 100 shares.
And why is it still like that? Like everything.
Is it? I hope it's not.
It's not like that anymore.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't think it is either.
There's
They
only
don't
a
do this
few on the
anymore?
floor. Oh, there's a few on the floor, but
I
not,
think it's for
not like
show.
old days.
I think it's for show now.
They don't do it paper. If you look at all those guys, they got paper in their hand. They don't do it. It's all electronic now.
Yeah, it's all electronic. As a matter of fact,
so there's only floor trader.
You didn't answer my question. Did you
Oh,
ever
sorry.
see the movie Quicksilver? Where Kevin Bacon does this shit?
I remember the bikes. I don't remember this.
Yeah,
part
it's
of
after fucking Footloose. It's a few years after this. He was kick ass.
But today, it's actually they're like micro transactions, and they're happening at like fractions of a second by computers, and the computers are going based on rules. They're going, oh, this went up 1 point, so I'm going to bet this other thing. It's like crazy. It's crazy. As a matter of fact, there was this whole 60 Minutes report on the fact that this one company tapped into the internet in front of some other trading company so that they could get fractions of a second trades before it happened, before other people knew about it, so that they could trade up and down based on this fraction of a second before it went to the trading. It's fucking bullshit. It's bullshit.
Crazy.
I don't like shorting. I think shorting should be totally
And
banned.
what's shorting?
Shorting is when you're betting against something. Like they were betting against oranges.
It's like playing the don't pass line in dice.
I guess so.
Yeah. You step up to the table and you bet everybody on the table is going to lose.
I think you should only be able to bet positively against a company that you feel, it's like, I think the Jaret Goes to the Movies podcast will do well, so therefore I'm going to invest my money in it. You shouldn't be able to go, I think the Jaret Goes to the Movies podcast will suck balls, so I'm going to bet against it.
You have to have two sides, though.
You don't have to. You put your money into something that you think will win, and if it doesn't, you lose money. If it does, you win money.
No, you have to have two sides on everything. There always has to be two sides.
It wasn't always like this.
Someone is going to win, somebody's going to lose. It is.
It wasn't always like that in the investment world. It was you could only bet. The only way you can invest money was to invest. Say, here, company XYZ. Here's my money. Go make me more money with the money I give you. There wasn't
but there have to be losers.
There is a loser if that company doesn't. If your bet isn't good, like if you gave money to a company that ended up not doing well, you'd lose money. You'd lose your money. Yeah. But if it did well, but the point is you're giving them money so that they can do a better job or expand or grow, as opposed to you're just speculating in sort of a Vegas sort of way where you're betting against the odds, and then someone who bets for and you're betting against, and then you I just think that's bullshit. Like, what is that? It's just Vegas.
There's two sides going on there.
It's just Vegas.
Are you betting for the company to succeed? Okay, but if you're doing the buy-sell deal, then you're I don't want to say betting or whatever, but you're
buy low, you sell high.
But you're putting money on that. You can either go both ways. You could put money on that. Hey, if it's selling at 50 and I want it to go 52, so you buy it. You can buy it at 52, and on the backside you could say, okay, it's at 50, but I'm gonna place my bet at 48 or whatever. So it can go both. Yeah, it's total speculation.
It's speculation
Absolutely,
that affects the company, because if a lot of people are betting against your doing well, it will affect you being able to actually do well.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
And that's what I think's bullshit.
Yeah, but you know what? None of us are in that world.
We're not in that world, and it might be the fact that I have about less than $100,000 to my name.
Well, here's the thing. So I actually will go into Eddie Murphy's alcoholic father, who said this. This is true.
Oh,
nice.
okay.
And he said, "Do you know what it is? This is life. Yes. That's it."
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That was profound,
Hey,
brother.
how'd you make out today?
How could you do this to us after everything we've done for you?
Oh, see, I made Lewis a bet here. Lewis bet me that we couldn't both get rich and put you on the poorhouse at the same time. He didn't think we could do it. I won.
I lost. $1.
Thank you, Lewis.
After you.
Certainly.
Margin call, gentlemen. Oh, you can't expect us to...
You know the rules of the exchange, Mr. Duke. All accounts to be settled at the end of the day's trading, without exception.
Oh, man. That guy's in Tommy Boy, by the way, with...
He is?
Yeah, he's at the end scene of Tommy Boy.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I thought this movie held up great. I really enjoyed watching it. I didn't think I would. I thought it would be I thought it was going to be a piece of shit. I really did. I thought, man, I'm not going to like this.
We got a lot of requests for it.
Yeah. Well, there's some good lines in it. And, I think the analysis is good. I think the timeline that it happens in is definitely not the way that I remembered it, and Casey pointed that out. Like, I was just like, all this just fucking happened in like 48 hours, 72 hours, whatever.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
That is a big spiral down and a fucking insanely fucking fast elevator up, I do, Rich? Know. You do know, don't you? Know. Yeah, you do know.
Yeah. Fuck
hey. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Guys, I love you guys. Thanks for listening to the show. It's called Jaret Goes to the Movies. Sometimes I don't get to talk. I want to thank anybody for sharing the podcast post. Namely, Jake Bradford, Fiona Freeman, Wendy Croft, Ray Jimenez, Chris Wakefield, Joey Bishop, Jimmy Wilkerson, Barry Ferguson, the original dollar supporter, Sean Umbeck, who is no longer hiding from the law. Welcome back, Sean Umbeck. We appreciate you being here. All right.
Let's check the email box. Email us at jaredgoestothemovies@gmail.com.
Due to time constraints, I'm going to push all that to next time. It's
Cool.
already past 11 or 12.
So we're not doing any of that shit?
No.
All right, guys. So thank you guys let me take that again. All right. So thank you very much for listening to Jaret Goes to the Movies. Rich, you're the best ever. You look so good in blue. Casey, thanks for being here and for being the best ever. We'd like to thank our amazing first-time guest, John, the neighbor, temporary John.
No more temporary. We need to work on that.
Okay, we'll work on it. And our new guy, who we did not introduce, but maybe we did it last week.
It's a little bit. Oh, yeah.
You picking up what I'm putting down?
Yeah.
All right. So, Sean, you've done great tonight. Thanks for being a part of everything, and it's going to be a fun time. Guys?
Can I say something?
Yeah, anything.
This was awesome, dude.
Dude, come
I
over
loved it.
anytime.
I love this.
We have 100 episodes you can listen to.
Yeah.
I know. I already told about
Come
that.
on. Yeah, dude.
And I need to pay $1 to get it too. So
No, you don't. No, it's
They're
free. It's free.
Oh wait, is it okay?
No, you pay $1
What
and
was
you
it?
support us.
That gets you like extra content.
But you also get extra content, like stuff that we do. Anything he edits out, you get
discounts on merch.
Yep,
Yeah, it's all
20%
free.
discount on merch.
It's-
And then
The episodes are free. The extra content you have to pay for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Well,
also
but
you're,
if I'm in it, why do I have to pay for it?
you're
then?
just supporting the show.
You don't.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
free.
just messing with y'all.
No, you're.
I would
you're-
do it in a
You're a
heartbeat.
character now. Actually, one of our original characters is now $100 a month supporter.
Supporter, yeah.
And he's the executive producer of the show now.
Yep.
No, he's a corporate VP.
Corporate VP, yeah.
That's right, guys. We're on social media. We're fucking everywhere.
Everywhere.
As Jaret Goes to the Movies, literally everywhere. You can find me everywhere at JARET2113. You can find Rich everywhere at Rich Coleman TX. Find Casey on all the socials at Casey Yant.
But I won't add you on Facebook. I'm sorry.
And she will not add you on Facebook.
You
but,
might be a murderer.
But you do Instagram and Twitter as well. And find Will everywhere. Will with one L of ARC. Oh, it says using Will with one L. This is fun. I like the new format. I like the new setup. Sorry to see Will has to leave early sometimes, but you know what, man? It's his first time with the curfew. He's dealing with it fine. He grew up in California. They didn't have curfews back then. That's the whole thing.
He's a little whipped.
I don't really know that he's whipped.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
I mean, he might be self-whipped, but he's whipped.
Oh, you're saying like in his own head. Yeah, I get that.
Okay.
That's a whole thing, by
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, thanks for listening to Jaret Goes to the Movies. Hey, why not just love us?
Yeah.
And
Just
guess
love
what?
us.
We'll see you down the road.
I like you more than a friend.
But most of all, we'll see you down the road.